Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Don't pay more. Save thousands on low mileage 2016 through 19 cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
All right, let's see. Last chance. Nick from Coral Springs is partnered up with our no-name movie game champion, the Bird. What's up, Nick?
What's going on? Let's do this, Bird.
Nick, you ready to get sick? Like as in sick?
No, nobody wants to get sick right now.
In this era, that may not be the right thing to wish on somebody.
Thing.
I meant like, this is going to be sick, bro. That's what I meant. But then, it was bad. Nick, let's get focused. I'm sorry.
That was terrible.
Take a breath.
All right.
From Broward, I mean, it's the epicenter of Florida.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get sick.
You guys know what I meant. Yeah. You're trying to bring down a champion. I see what's going on. Typical media.
Okay.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Well, hello, good morning. Happy Monday. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you all back after your very exciting weekends. You guys have a good time at home?
Yes.
Okay.
I finally binged that Tiger King everybody's been talking about.
You did? Okay.
Me too.
All right.
I loved it.
Everybody did, huh? Okay.
I thought it was pretty darn good.
Fascinating.
The only thing about a lot of those kind of specials, when there's so much going on and there's so many twists and turns, I have to hit pause after about 3 episodes just because it's so much to absorb. I couldn't do it all in one sitting.
I did it all in one sitting, and I drank it up like the most delicious soup ever.
You did, huh?
I loved it.
Okay.
My favorite part of that entire documentary is the song "Here Kitty Kitty" or "Come Kitty Kitty," whatever he's talking about when he's talking about the woman.
Yes.
If you've seen the documentary, you know what we're talking about.
The songs they had, yeah.
It's insane. And then I did all this research after it. You know that's not him singing on a lot of those songs?
That's what I heard too.
Well, I was wondering.
It is,
yeah, I was
bits
wondering
and
that
pieces.
because he is. Because there was one part of it where, if you haven't seen it, he's playing his song and then driving in the car and singing to it, and I'm like, that's not the same dude. I'm like, he can't sing his own song. I'm like, wait, what did they do? And it's not an auto-tune thing where he's singing in the studio. It just sounds like someone different.
It's a Milli Vanilli thing.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy TV show that is on there on Netflix. It's the #1 show that's on there. And ever since Kim Kardashian tweeted about it last week, everybody's had to watch it. So it's become hype because of a Kardashian. Mm-hmm. The interesting thing about it, though, is if you haven't seen it yet on Netflix, there is some South Florida connections on there.
Yeah, there actually was like a park in West Palm.
Yeah.
There's the park in Tampa, of course, that he's got all the drama with.
They dropped Lion Country Safari's name in it.
Yeah, the guy Joe Exotic, who is the Tiger King in it, he actually started at Lion Country Safari. And that's where he got his love for all the animals. And then they also featured McCarthy's Wildlife Sanctuary. I'd never even heard of it, and I looked it up. It's just 16 miles from my house. It's actually not far at all.
Huh.
So I don't know what that thing's all about. But, yeah, they're featured on there as well. And they also feature another wildlife keeper in Miami who was a convicted drug dealer. So there's a lot of crazy stuff on there.
Yes,
If you've seen that.
the Miami park is fascinating. That guy's fascinating.
There was a lot of fascinating characters.
Oh, my gosh. The guy in the Carolinas.
Yeah.
He's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's pretty interesting stuff. So that's one of the big things that I know a lot of people are talking about, the TV you checked out. I watched season 3 of Ozark. I'll let you know what I thought about that coming up here on the show. So a lot of people talking about that as well. So we got a lot of stuff to do. You can dial us up right now. We're on Kvj TV. Go to YouTube, look for the KVJ show, and also just say to your smart speaker, hey, play 97.9 WRMF, and there we are.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, last night, Elton John led a slew of musical household names broadcasting from their own houses. Billie Eilish, Backstreet Boys, Alicia Keys, and this lady right here, Mariah Carey, performing from her living room. How cool is that?
A very big living room. Yeah, sounds real good.
Sounds real good. Thanks to a $500,000 donation from Procter & Gamble, they already had raised $1 million as soon as the thing started. So that's awesome. In other news, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson are back in Los Angeles after being in Australia for so long and battling the coronavirus. They were photographed on Friday, returning home 3 weeks ago. They first got diagnosed. So, wow, that is a long time to get back to normal. And finally here, Matt Damon's got a little PSA for all of us. He wants you to keep all of this in mind.
Social distancing. It means stay 6 feet away from another person. It means not gathering in groups, and it means staying home or sheltering in place if that's what government officials are telling you to do. You can actually sit on the couch or in a chair like I'm doing and watch TV and save a life at the same time. You can work from home, you can use social media to communicate, you can save a few more. Now is the time to spend all the time you want staring at your phone or your tablet. And if anybody gives you a hard time about it, tell them not to bother you because you are saving lives.
It is kind of great. Lazy people are loving this era.
The internet turned on them after. They're like, are you mansplaining how to do this thing, Matt? Okay, whatever.
Sit down, internet. You know what? It's great that celebrities are putting their voice behind it because some people won't listen until they hear it from a celebrity.
Did you see those photos of Florida again from the weekend? People were still on the beach, just
raging.
Was that the ones, was it Jacksonville? I think it was like, I saw the photo. I think it was like Collier County. Like one of them was shut down on their beaches and the other wasn't. And there was like a dividing line. You could see no one on the beach and then a bunch of people on the beach.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Okay.
Yeah, and by the way, tons of spring breakers are now coming down with the coronavirus. And imagine that. They're not just shaking it off easily like they've been telling everybody.
Yeah, I saw there was one kid that came back from spring break and his dad wouldn't let him in the house.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I think he was like going, don't go on spring break. The kid goes on spring break and he's like, all right.
You're homeless. Figure it out.
Find somewhere else to go.
And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, here's a little bit more about spring breakers spreading the coronavirus.
Here, we focus specifically on just one beach in Fort Lauderdale during the month of March. Each of these data points shown on the map corresponds to a unique mobile device active on a given day. We can actually track movement of these devices over the remaining weeks of March, seeing where these devices went after spring breakers left the beach. As we zoom further and further out, it becomes clear just how massive the potential impact just one single beach gathering can have in spreading this virus across our nation. It can be hard for us to realize sometimes just how connected our world really is.
They broke it down.
Exactly what we said last week, that all these dumb spring breakers are now going to try to go home and give it to their parents who are in their 50s or 60s. And
Well, the thing that they're saying that kind of stood out to me, just to give you an idea, it's the biggest thing about coronavirus that, maybe everybody doesn't fully understand. Like, okay, well, I don't get, what's going on with this. The one thing is just how easily it is to transmit this disease. One person in 1 month without any social distancing will spread it to 400 people. That's one person.
wow.
1 to 400.
One person gives it to 400 people. Imagine that.
If you have 75% social distancing, that one person only spread it to like 3. So that's the difference, 400 to 3, and what it does. And that's why you got Matt Damon mansplaining what it is, because people are like, I don't care, I'm still going out. And it's like, no, I think those are the numbers where you got to say, be like, look, if you don't, here's with no social distancing, you alone, if you have it, will spread it. And I was reading too that a lot of times people who don't even realize they have it, like you could have it for a while, you're still 55% contagious. So without any symptoms whatsoever, you're still out around spreading the disease and you feel perfectly fine, not even knowing you're going just spreading it. And I even saw like one sneeze. The droplets travel 26 feet.
So
somebody sneezes, 6 feet ain't enough. You better turn off and just, like a volcano just went off, take off sprinting.
I'm not trying to brag, but I can get at least 40 feet with my sneeze.
Can you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. See? Then you really don't want to get near Jay
He's a man
Bird.
of extremes.
Yeah.
He always is extreme.
I spill hard, I sneeze hard. I'm telling you.
Well, you're facing me, so.
Yeah, can you go in the hall?
I think I need one of those sneeze guards like what you have at the buffets. One from Jaybird. A couple other things going on performance-wise. You heard Mariah Carey, and the iHeart Living Room Concert Series for America also featured Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters doing My Hero. Okay, there you go.
Pretty darn good.
Pretty good. He's a talented kid, huh? How about that? And just in time, Pitbull has come out with a new inspirational song to get us through this coronavirus. Especially for South Florida, it is a song called We Will Win. That's all it is. You got just a taste of it, yeah.
All right, Miami, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm about to play this song. I'm going to talk for 3 minutes first.
Which, that is not a Pitbull original song. That's just him kind of, I think, taking and sampling another song and making it work for him. That I believe that We Will Win has been around for a while. But you're going to see a choreographed light show from the Paramount Miami World Center starting tonight and going all the way through Sunday, April 5th, this Sunday. So you look into the Miami night sky, you're going to see, and I guess if you dial into the radio and things like that, you can listen to it. Or you could just skip the radio part and just watch the light show. It's going to be good. So there you go. That is some new stuff going on with your viral audio.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
So I'm pretty sure this is the same squirrel that keeps coming back to my patio. Remember I was telling you about that one squirrel that he kind of taunts me, kind of does that pelvic thrust thing while he's looking at me? I think this is the same squirrel. He has found another partner.
Okay.
And they, on the reg now, are boning in my courtyard constantly. Now, my questions for the squirrel community out there is, are they only making squirrel love on my patio because they feel safe there? That's kind of their haven now? Or are they hitting it all over my neighborhood? I feel like someone's putting some nuts near where I live at. So is that attracting them? Or I just don't know much about squirrels, but this one squirrel, he looks the same because he's got this marking on him. He is now bringing another squirrel, and they are hitting it like they are on spring break on my courtyard. Why are they just pretty much doing it in my courtyard? That's my question.
Oh, I have a feeling these squirrels are doing it everywhere.
Okay. I've not seen them do it on other courtyards. It just seems like it's mine. It could be other courtyards.
Are you spending time on other courtyards?
I'm spending a lot of time outside of my courtyard, so I do see, I got to see what's going on out there.
Okay.
Just interested in knowing why is that going on so much at my place.
Okay.
I think it's spring, right? Or about to be, so it's like mating season.
Yeah, it is. It is,
Yeah,
absolutely. A lot of animals are doing it this time. It's their biological clock is telling them to reproduce.
I don't think it's just the squirrels. I think it's all of them.
But I guess my question is, do animals, do they prefer places to go like humans do? Does that squirrel go, all right, babe, let's go back to our fence
Yeah,
area?
I'm sure.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all that romantic music you're playing.
I do play. I play a lot of romantic stuff out there.
That's what it is. Whatever you're playing, apparently the squirrels are getting into it.
It's been happening a lot for the last 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, there you go. You want to see squirrels mating, go to Jaybird's place.
I actually put it up on my Instagram. I don't know if you got, 18 and over.
You got a photo?
I have a video of
You're
that.
now...
Squirrel porn?
I took this video.
He's a squirrel porn director.
No, don't make it dirty.
I mean, the
about nature.
coronavirus really has brought us to a new low.
It's about nature, and I recorded this before the corona hit. They keep coming back for more.
He really
weird.
is what he's doing, yeah. Okay.
I've been charting it, Virginia. It's the same squirrel because of the marking. He's got a marking on his it's gonna sound dirty, but kind of like by his butt.
He's tatted up.
He's got like a squirrel.
He's really getting in there.
He's got like a squirrel tat.
Interesting.
Really getting in there. All right, Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, you know how freaked out I am about everything Corona, so I'm just trying to create this safe bubble in my house where we don't have to leave. And like over the weekend, Rocco, I believe what happened, I didn't see it with my own eyes. I was in the kitchen. He was standing behind me, and he was messing with the door to the laundry room where he was opening and closing it and opening and closing it. And he's obsessed with doors. He does this all the time. Mm-hmm. Somehow, he closed his penis in the door.
Whoa.
And he screamed a different level of scream. And I was like, okay, this kid's not messing around. Something really hurt him. So I ran over. I'm like, what happened? He's like, my penis, my penis. And so we took off his little pants. And sure enough, he's got like markings on his penis where you can tell he hurt himself really bad. He closed his penis in the door.
Wow.
But the last place I want to go is the hospital or the urgent care or the doctor's office even. I'm not going to run into anybody who might be sick.
You're always running off to the clinic.
This is the one time I am going to do everything I can not to go to the clinic for something stupid like I close my penis in the door.
So this is the one time I think you should take him. This is serious business.
Well, I'm afraid of being around sick people right now, like to the extreme where I'm just not going to do it. So my question to you guys is, you have a penis. I don't. Panda said, yes, it is possible to bruise your penis.
Yes.
And it will heal on its own.
Yes.
But have you guys ever done this? Will it heal?
It will heal, and yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
When I was catching, when I was playing baseball, I didn't wear a cup. And a kid foul tipped the ball.
Seems safe.
And it fouled right off, not the meatballs, right off of my noodle. And it absolutely bruised the heck out of it.
Was it like discolored?
Yes, it was purple.
Purple?
Yeah.
Totally.
I told you the one time that I was pitching underhand to my daughter, Kaylin, and they have a net, and there's a hole in the net. You throw the ball underhand. And I saw her do something wrong with her swing, and I went to correct her as I pitched, and she line drived it, and it came square and hit me right on the twig.
Yeah.
I looked down. I just checked it because I thought it fell off. And it was immediately a very dark black and blue, and it was horrifying.
Yeah.
And you're done not only for the day, possibly for the week.
Well, the bruise was so quick that I was like, wait a minute, is this a previous injury that I just didn't know about? Because I'm not down there inspecting the junk every day.
If he slammed his dong in a door, that's where the trauma came from. I'm not a betting man, but if I was.
Yeah,
but it can bruise immediately.
Oh, absolutely,
It's the easiest thing to bruise. The skin is so sensitive down there.
The skin wasn't broken. It wasn't anything like that. But yeah, it looked really painful. And the poor little guy, he wanted ice on it. It was the whole thing. It was tough.
Yeah, it's just a bruise. You're going to be okay not going to the urgent care clinic.
If that thing would have fallen off, I still probably would have been like, I don't think we're going.
Yeah, a little tape, you'd be all right.
You're going to be okay.
Imagine tuning into the show for the first time, me talking about squirrels and you talking about your kid putting his dong in a door. Like, what is this show?
Yeah, it's just life, baby.
It's just life, baby.
Sometimes, apparently, you put your dong in a door.
Absolutely.
But don't do it now. It's just one of those things we got to throw out that precursor. Yeah, people hear it. KVJ told me to.
Try not to get hurt right now because you do not want to go to the hospital or the urgent care or even the doctor's office.
True.
I don't know. If you're using the KVJ told me to, that's on you.
I hear you. They've done it for dumber things. Well, just to let you know, there is some hope out there. Unfortunately, my wife, the Mexican Queen, she got laid off on Friday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so she is done. I know a lot of people out there are getting laid off.
Did she go apply for unemployment?
She's going to be handling a lot of stuff happened at the very end of the day, like on Friday. In fact, she had left, and they're going, hey, can you come back? We want to talk to you real quick. Yeah, and so it's kind of one of those.
So many people are going through it, but because of the way the laws now, with all the stimulus stuff that they voted on, she can get like probably close to her full salary, if not her full salary.
Yeah, check into it. She was saying, and she'd looked at it, and I don't want to say anything like it was, this is all the word of God. I would say look into whatever your situation is, but she believes that she can get 100% of her salary for 4 months. And so, yeah, with the stimulus bill, too, things will be a little bit different that President Trump signed into law on Friday, actually, and just in the nick of time. Some employers will be paying at least 2/3 of a laid-off employee's regular pay after 10 days of leave after April 1st. So that's intended to discourage businesses from shedding employees right now so they don't just start laying everybody off and they keep them and it doesn't completely wreck the economy. But just so you know, if you have somebody that, was laid off, a lot of people are. And because of the stimulus package, hopefully there'll be some kind of, help in there for you.
If you got laid off before the package was signed, that's not going to affect you. It's retroactive, right?
I believe so. I believe it's just, for people, who are there now. I mean, because what it is just people who are needing some money. But it is there right now, hopefully trying to discourage businesses is their first recourse to say, well, let's just, slash jobs and let's lay a whole bunch of people off. And so hopefully that will be something that will help a lot of families out if you're feeling that kind of pinch and stress.
If they get back on their feet, would they hire back? Did they say anything like that?
It's hard to tell, and that's just the big question. How long will it take? That is the big question about the timelines, is how this is going to happen and what kind of what are we looking at here? My wife, I don't think she knows, and I don't think they necessarily said, but she's like, I mean, by the time you recover and start getting cash flow going up again and things like that. So she works at a facility where they haven't really been able to admit new people because you can't, bring people in that might possibly have the coronavirus and infect the entire place.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there are a lot of places that are going to be affected like that. So who knows? Yeah, and the timeline, too, I assume you probably had heard that President Trump has backed off a little bit of that, hey, we're going to be all out having a party by Easter. They say that it's pretty much going to be shut down, it looks like, through April. So the next month, pretty much plan on seeing what we've been seeing and doing what we've been doing. A lot of people are going, okay, how long is this going to be? I don't think anybody really fully knows. People are just kind of taking some guesses. I did see that The Atlantic, I've been reading some of their articles, and they had one where they interviewed several epidemiologists who gave possible timelines for how long we're talking, everything going to be shut down. And, it depends upon testing and things like that to figure it out. But the best case scenario is 1 to 2 months. But a lot of the experts think that is highly unlikely, that it's only going to be 1 to 2 months. They say if somehow maybe the coronavirus turns out to not be as serious as it seems to be, then we could start getting back to normal in a few months, but expect at least that. 3 to 4 months was another scenario they gave. Now, they say this scenario could happen if we learn that lots of people have gotten the virus, worked through it with minor symptoms, and developed immunity. Then we could isolate clusters or at-risk people as others get back to normal. Like if you're over the age of 65, you still would want to quarantine yourself.
Sure.
But if you're younger and you feel like you can fight it off or you go through it with only minimal symptoms, then maybe those people start getting back to work and living their lives. Now, the more realistic, probably what we might be looking at, some people are saying 12 to 18 months or longer. They say it would be a world record lightning speed if a vaccine is ready before next spring. And once it's ready, it needs to be produced and administered to 350 million people. And if there's no vaccine, then life wouldn't really get back to normal until we hit a population level immunity. So it could be anywhere from a year to 18 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And boy, you want to talk about the reality check for me. I love my college football. And even Kirk Herbstreit, the crown prince of college football, says he would be shocked if there was college football this fall.
Wow.
Yeah, probably no NFL either.
That's crazy to think about because in my head I was like, okay, we're going to fight this thing and it's going to be going on. It's going to suck until the summer. That was my thought in my head. Mm-hmm. But
well, the issue with that is, for instance, I love football and the team that I like the most has a stadium that puts 104,000 people in it every Saturday. Really close together.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of it. So nobody really knows, but that's just some of the possible options that are out there that people are considering. So what we're going to need is a lot of really good TV. Now, the question is, with social distancing, can they keep making TV shows?
I don't know, because they're shutting them down right and left.
That's what I thought. So what are we doing? We run out of shows to binge watch.
Or movies. There was this one on Netflix. It was a top 10 trending. So I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. I forget the name. Someone will know what I'm talking about. It's this where it's this pit. It's about this pit, and you're on different levels of this pit, and you're in this different level for 30 days. And with each level you're on, a table drops, and that's what you get to eat. But if you're on like a really high level, that means 190 people ate before you. So you're just eating these scraps, and then people have to possibly eat other people. It was a weird movie, but it was trending. If someone knows the name of that movie, please let me know.
That sounds awful.
It was.
I mean, there is nothing you could pay me to make me watch right now.
Oh my gosh, it was such a mind trip. I had the weirdest dreams after.
Oh, I bet.
But it was trending, Virginia.
I hate it.
Yeah.
People were talking about it. I can't believe you guys didn't see that.
That's not my cut.
I've been staying busy with Ozark.
I've been into
that was
Tiger
trending,
King.
Yeah.
All three were trending.
Yeah, I got Ozark and Tiger King. I'm not all the way done Tiger King, but I've gotten 4 episodes in. I think I feel like I know what's going on with it.
It still remains good to the end.
Okay.
Tiger King, I was thoroughly impressed by the twists and the turns and the oh my gosh. And
yeah.
No, please don't do that. Oh, he did that.
Yeah.
The movie I'm talking about, it's called The Platform.
The Platform.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to horrify
I'll be sure to
yourself.
skip
No, that's
that.
not going to make my list.
It's a mind freaker.
I don't
Okay.
want none of that.
Well, Ozark, I'd love to get your thoughts on that. That was one of the big things that dropped on Friday on Netflix. You can let us know, 877-979-WRMF. Also give you my thoughts on it coming up. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to check out on TV. I know if you got the Netflix stuff, a lot of people were talking about the Tiger King that was out there. They got some South Florida ties on there. It's a pretty crazy show. I think that was the number one trender on Netflix. And the show that I was looking forward to was Ozark Season 3. It is kind of a mobbed up show that has got Jason Bateman in it and Laura Linney. I think she's absolutely fantastic. And season 1 was absolutely amazing. Season 2, still pretty solid, but not as good as season 1. And so the whole thing was, okay, season 3, watching that was, where is this series now? It's either going to return to the glory it had in season 1, or it's just one of those series where you see that it just kind of starts ticking down. Season 1 was great, but you don't need to watch much else. I got through the whole thing by, I don't know, probably early Saturday morning. I spent a lot of time Friday night watching it. And Virginia, it's so good.
Really?
Yes, it is good. I would put it in an A. I would say I'd say it's right back up where season 1 was.
I saw somebody post something on Twitter over the weekend. I'm in Ozark, but it's so disgusting. I had to turn it off. And then they had the barfing emoji, and I was like, disgusting. What are they talking about? Is it going to be too gross for me?
Ozark?
Yeah.
Too disgusting.
Yeah.
No, you're
Somebody put that about
gross
Ozark.
for you? No, you'll be fine watching Ozark.
Okay, I didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, no, I mean, the only thing that I could, think is, there's it's cartel. It's about the Mexican cartel, and there is
murder.
Well, there's one scene where, there's a couple headless bodies get, thrown out of a car.
Okay.
So, you got that kind of stuff, what you might expect there.
I watched Narcos. I think I'm good.
It's the same kind of, I mean, it's actually, I think, a step down from Narcos as far as violence and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would put it like on the, if you've watched Narcos on Netflix, it's right there. It's nothing.
Okay.
That's above. It's not the kind of show where it's like, ooh, we're going to see how much you can tolerate with, extreme grossness and violence. So I didn't think it was that. Now, I will tell you, I loved it. I thought it was great. The Mexican queen, she watched it with me, and she was not as enthusiastic about it as I was. She thought that, this is kind of interesting because she's like, they pretty much could have done that whole season in 2 episodes. And I'm like, I completely disagree with you. And then somebody texted in and said Ozark season 3 was too much too quick. Like they put too much in it. So that's the thing.
So subjective.
That's the thing about talking to anybody. You will get radically swinging opinions. Somebody's like, I moved too fast. I'm always like, it's way too slow. I'm like, well, what?
I posted how much I love Tiger King, and then somebody else posted, if you like Tiger King, F you, I hate you, unfriend me.
Why?
They're claiming that it's promoting animal abuse. I'm like, okay, honey.
Well, I mean, some of it was animal abuse.
But it's also showing how horrible these people were that did it. It's not like it's
I don't think
glorifying
I don't think it glorifies it. I think it shines a light on it.
Exactly.
You weren't saying I love big cat hunting or you were saying
hurting big cats.
You like
or
the
even breeding big cats, yes.
Some people are wound a little tight on my
They
Twitter.
are. Yeah.
Quick to lash out on Twitter. Which
Chill
chill out.
Yeah.
Just stop it. You're not going to make anything better for attacking people that like Tiger King.
Yeah.
I don't want big cats to get hurt.
You attack my Virginia, you got to answer to me.
In fact, we want a full-time quarantine for you. Yeah, on that, somebody said, Kev, when things get back to normal, you should take the family to McCarthy's Wildlife. It's a favorite of my family.
Really?
And I'm like, okay. That's I didn't even know anything about it. I thought I knew about everything going on around here.
Well, apparently they're all like, you're not supposed to go to the ones that aren't a sanctuary. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's
you're going to get shamed again.
That will be the thing. If you actually go there, maybe that would be the thing. So how would you support them?
Well, it's so funny because the Big Cat Rescue and Joe Exotics Park were like kind of exactly the same thing, except she didn't have baby tigers and he did.
Well, she did. She did what he did back in the day.
She did what he did back in the day. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that they hated each other so much, but it just goes to show you like how ridiculous these people are. They're crazy.
So the one thing I learned, big cat people are insane. There wasn't a sane person in that documentary.
I agree, but I just didn't know the depth that was out there of crazy, and I was just like, wow, this is fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
These people are insane, and I love it.
They're definitely interesting people.
Oh my gosh. I was hooked from the very beginning. I sat up on the sofa straight and I'm like, this is for me.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of my hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally reminds me of people that I grew up with.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's crazy.
Somebody was texting in about the barf scene you're talking about with Ozark. There is a relationship that happens with somebody who's much older than somebody else. And then they even have a love scene. And so that's probably what it was.
Spoiler.
Yeah, I am going to spoil you on that one.
All right. Well, I want to be prepared. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what it was. So if
Okay.
anybody's concerned about that, that's the only two things I would say are barfalicious. But the rest of it, very fascinating. And it's one of those things where you've just got to watch all the way to the last episode is absolutely, like, to me, a great show. Like, bam, it ended. I was like, wow, I did not even, whoa, that blew my mind, and I can't wait for season 4.
Okay.
So to me, that is a great show. So interested to hear what, if you did watch Ozark, if you're on that, season 3, what you think about. Austin said he thought it was awesome. So if you really liked it, let us know. If you didn't, let us know.
And thank God for Netflix. I tell you what, we might not be able to pay the mortgage, but we're paying the Netflix.
Yeah, I know.
That is one subscription that will not be lapsing in my house.
Well, I'm just kind of curious, anybody out there, if you are doing whatever you're doing here, if you had to sum up your weekend and your quarantine in 3 words, what do you think it would be? What do you think it'd be? Mine would be Netflix, without a doubt. Cards, we played a lot of that. And then I would say cocktails. That'd be 3 words.
Okay.
To sum up my weekend. What do you think would be 3 words to sum up yours, Virginia?
Mine would probably be screaming. Because Rocco just screams a lot. So it's very disconcerting. Screaming, Netflix, and cooking.
Okay.
Lots and lots of cooking happened.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the family Uno tournament that you had on Facebook. Yeah, you got to see some great stuff there.
Don't read the comments. Just
I did.
I'm not. Mags was
I
like,
did.
Magnolia became obsessed with reading the comments. I'm like, Mags, you cannot read the comments. You can't believe the good ones, and you can't believe the bad ones.
That's right. Just keep living your life.
Live your life. Don't read the comments. But no, she fell down that rabbit hole.
Oh, boy. That gets you going.
People hate me. I'm like, they don't hate you.
Well, if she's gonna be in the public eye, it's good that she gets used to it now.
People hate Rocco.
Yeah.
They don't hate Rocco. People hate you, Mom.
That is true. that one might be
Like,
real.
Mags, you can't read the comments. You gotta not care.
Jaybird, your weekend, 3 words.
Coloring,
Yeah, okay.
guitar, And the third one I probably can't say on the air. a lot of downtime.
Does it rhyme with Mastergate?
Actually, that wouldn't be downtime.
Yeah. I think if we could get the numbers, planet Earth it's got to be at its highest numbers ever right now.
Wow.
With everybody.
Okay.
It's got to be.
Maybe. Well, they say that builds up your immune system, right? That's the fake news that's out there.
I feel great.
Okay.
Oh, he's strong.
Oh, yeah. He's not getting anything. All right. Your quarantined weekend in 3 words, 877-979-WRMF. Well, here we go. Summing up your weekend in 3 words. I'd say mine, Netflix, cards, and cocktails. That pretty much sums up what I had going on this weekend. It was a great weekend, too. It was fun. We've been playing a lot of cards, and I'm not very good at it.
You get into Uno at all?
No, we didn't get to Uno. We played a card game called 21.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I love card games. Denny's got me to that Texas Hold'em. That is such a fun game.
Yeah.
It is fun to teach the kids these card games that we grew up with. That it just seems like, kids nowadays, I mean, had it not been for coronavirus, I never would have taught my kids how to play Uno.
Yeah.
I can see how people lose money doing those card games, too. Because you get like 5 or 6 people playing, the little cash in there.
Yeah, it is, and there's something about it too. Just if you're the least bit competitive, then you kind of go at it.
I mean, nothing's more fun than taking the kids' money.
But imagine going to a card game and cleaning up, getting like $250. That's pretty awesome.
It'd be great.
Yeah. Well, people hitting us up with their weekend in 3 words. You've got alcohol, sun, and sleeping. That seems like the good news. We've had great weather. That's been kind of nice.
It kind of plays a mind trick on you because all of this stuff reminds me of a hurricane. All this preparing and everyone going crazy. Then you look outside and it's beautiful out. It doesn't match.
Yeah, our overmodulated weather guy on the radio just said a few minutes ago it's going to get cooler and the humidity is going to go down.
Is that his official name, the overmodulating weather guy?
Yeah, he's pegging it a little bit. Somebody tell him to turn his volume down, please.
We're at great scarcity.
Other stuff, people said day drinking and Zoom. No, a lot of people are doing that where they're doing all the kind of like virtual meetups.
Yes.
Zoom is one of those big platforms that people are using for that.
Zoom is great because it's free and you can put a bunch of people on there.
Yeah, I was kind of going through that because I have not really ever used a lot of these platforms.
Everybody's praising Zoom as the best.
Okay, yeah. Zoom allows up to 100 participants. So you can cram a lot of people there.
Yeah, you can.
And you can actually get up to 500 with the large meeting add-on. You can have like a get-together or full-on digital wedding on there. So if a lot of people are going to be maybe Zooming their weddings because somebody said, I had to cancel their wedding plans this weekend. So that's one of the big ones that's out there. You can mute your friends when they start talking about your TV show spoilers. Share your screen to show them the TikTok dances that you won't master, or you can use the Touch Up My Appearance tool to actually soften the focus on your camera. So that's all stuff you can do on Zoom. There's also House Party that is on there, and that has 8 guests at a time. And, of course, Skype and Facebook Messenger, Google Hangouts, all that kind of stuff. But a lot of people are becoming well-versed in all those with what is going on. Okay, you're quarantined in 3 words. Golf, beer, Netflix. Seeing a lot of that. I assume with the golf, most of the courses are shut down now.
Well, Palm Beach County, yes. I figured this out over the weekend because I was shaming the golfers where I live. I live on a golf course, and I'm looking out the back of my window. I'm like, these jerk-offs, they don't care about the golf ban. It's all public and private golf courses, I read. And I was like, what are they doing, these lawbreakers? And I was joking on my Instagram that I was going to get out the paintball gun and start picking them off.
Okay.
I was joking. I wouldn't actually ever do that. And then somebody reminded me, Virginia, you live in Martin County?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade.
And the other thing, too, if they're only playing with a couple people and they're staying away from other people, golf, not to agree with OJ, and it feels weird saying that. I'm not going to lie. You are pretty far away from other. What's the difference between that and going to a grocery store or a Walmart? There were so many people at Walmart today. It's way worse than a golf course. Seriously.
Yeah, you're gonna be around a lot more people at Walmart than you are on the golf course. But I think they're just trying to get people to stay home.
They are.
Whatever it is, they don't want you coming around other people because you have to go in the clubhouse at the golf place. You got to rent the cart. You got to get your bag. Like, there's a guy that helps you with your bag. Like, they want to shut all that down. I get it.
But and I'm not trying to get into a golf debate with you, but a lot of those rich people, they have their own bag, they have their own cart, and they don't need to go to they're just going out there to play.
I hear you. And if you have all that, then I think you have a great argument. But a lot of the golfers that I saw on our golf course are using the club carts.
Yeah, and they didn't want like multiple people in the carts.
Yeah, everybody had, 2 people in their cart. I mean, it's just...
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see when other counties, if and when they start shutting it down. And it'll be just kind of curious, too, with the president saying that pretty much we're going to be shut down through April. Are people going to make it another month of kind of doing what we've done the last couple of weekends? Because, people in their 3 words for a quarantine weekend, make it stop. Is it over? There's a lot of that going on. Kids constantly screaming. And I know the virtual schools are going to be starting this week, so that's an added little thing. Maybe that makes it easier, maybe it makes it tougher. I don't know. Guess we'll figure out.
I played video games with Denny's, and boy, oh boy, did I learn. I am just so terrible at video games. He just wiped the floor with me.
Well, he's good, too.
He is.
You need to play somebody else who sucks, like me.
The other thing, too, is gamers, they like to really give it to people who can't play. Man, they were a little jerky.
Yeah, that video we streamed over the weekend, there's some fun stuff. You can watch the Sinicki game night. They played some Uno. Jaybird Denny's playing some video games. So lots of stuff going on there. Make sure you follow us on social media. We got Facebook, we got Instagram, we got Twitter. Just go KVJ Show and you'll be able to see what's going on. And this one, too, somebody texted in, work, sadness, exhaustion. That's from an ICU RN. So,
oh, my gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot of salutes going to them because, they're getting a whole new appreciation for just what it is they're going through on a daily basis. And I just unfortunately hear that story too much, that it's a tough, very tough, scary day. And almost every shift is filled with tears afterwards.
Well, every one of them is surrounding themselves with people that are corona positive, and it's really easy to catch this thing. So literally, I mean, you got these healthcare workers that are crying because people are dying, but then they're also afraid for their own lives and their own families, and the stress level. Man, when this thing is over, we need to take y'all out for happy hour.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. So, we're not through it yet. And we still got a ways to go. But, the appreciation to the medical field and what they're doing on the front lines is absolutely, absolutely amazing. Coming up here in just a bit, we've knocked it down to the championship. We're in the final 2 of the March Fatness snack bracket as we wrap up the month here.
Big week.
We're going to see South Florida's favorite snack. We'll let you know who's in the finals coming up. We got some birthdays going on here today. Big old shout outs and a happy birthday. Start things off with Celine Dion. She's turning 52 years old today. Happy birthday to Celine, former Palm Beacher. Also, happy birthday to MC Hammer. He is 58 years old today. And Eric Clapton, Slow Hands, turned 75 today. And now he's legitimately slow hands. Also, I got to say happy birthday to our daughter, Karina. She's turning 11 on Tuesday, I guess tomorrow. That's from Mom, Dad, Bella, and Cappuccino. Also, happy birthday to my love bug, Donald Pinkerton. Love Eva. And also, Lucas, happy 7th birthday from Mommy and Poppy. Love you so much, Spider Monkey. So there you go. That's your birthdays. Got a birthday you want to get on the KVJ Show, mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com, and we will give you the hook up. All right, here we go. We are down to it, Jaybird. It is the championship in the March Fatness snack bracket. Jaybird put together 64 snacks, and they've been battling it out to see what is South Florida's favorite snack. Do we have any upsets, any surprises here in the finals? Snickers took out Nacho Doritos.
Wow.
In the Final Four.
We knew that was going to happen.
And Reese's Peanut Butter Cups took out Oreos by a pretty large margin.
Here we go. This is what we all waited for. Tens of people waiting for the results of this.
Yes. Snickers versus Reese's Peanut Butter Cups in the finals.
To me, I mean, this is just two great teams slugging it out.
Okay.
I think Snickers is going to win, but am I shocked if the cup takes the cup? No.
Right now, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups would be the favorite. It had more votes in the Final Four round than Snickers did.
I'm pulling for you, Snickers.
We'll see what winds up happening. Get those votes in. You got just about 24 hours to cast them. Just go to kvjshow.com, kvjshow.com as we wrap up March. So do we wrap up the March Fatness Snack Bracket. All right, you guys ready to think fast here? Tough thing to do on a Monday morning. Let's see if you can shake off the weekend. See how everybody does here. We got Virginia, we got Jaybird, and we got Denny's in this round of Think Fast. So it's going to help me judge on the best answers. You get a point here. All right, are you all ready to compete?
Ready, Kev.
Okay, Virginia's ready. Let's see if Jaybird and Denny's are here.
Ready, Kev.
Okay, Jaybird's sitting all the way in the back, so he can't stop screaming.
He has to get off mic because he's so loud.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you think about this? First one, and think fast. Okay. It is a board game that starts with the letter D.
Dungeons and Ladders. No.
Dungeons and Ladders.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dominoes. Okay.
Dominoes.
Okay, yeah, we'll take either one of those. Thank you very much.
Dungeons and Ladders? Were you about to take Dungeons and Ladders?
It's a combo of shoots and ladders. where,
and Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's the fun kids game where you lock them up, put them in a dungeon. Yes.
I'm tired after that.
One of mine needs to be locked up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, Jaybird out to the early lead here, 1-0. Okay, next up, in honor of Joe Diffie, an instrument you might find in a country band that starts with the letter B.
Banjo.
Oh, Denny's.
He's quick.
Dang, how about that?
Well, he's the reigning champ. I don't know if y'all know that.
Well, thanks. Thanks for bringing that up.
Okay, next up. Something you pedal that starts with the letter U.
Unicycle.
Oh, Denny's. Jumped in first. Get the 2-1 lead.
Same one.
Okay. Something you might find in a teacher's desk that starts with the letter M.
Marijuana.
Oh.
Marijuana? I'd hope not.
Money.
Yeah, money.
Marbles. Matches.
Okay.
Marker.
Oh, that's a good one.
Suits wants to give it to Virginia.
Marker. I couldn't think of anything with an M.
Yeah. Marijuana.
Marijuana.
Yeah.
I hope not. I mean,
something you should find in a teacher's desk.
You're not supposed to bring it to
not
school.
Shouldn't.
Yeah.
If you have a card, can you bring it to school? You can't, right? Schools are supposed to be a drug-free zone.
Yeah, that's where the law is kind of getting a little tricky there. You could do it at home, self-medicate.
They're so boring. You can't take your gun in there either, Virginia.
Yeah, exactly. It's another one that
what fun is that?
Can't bring with you.
Yeah.
Nothing goes better with my pistol than marijuana.
I know, right? It's fun. You get high, you want to take it out, flip it around a little bit. All right, here we go. Think fast. Denny's with a 2-1 lead over Virginia and Jaybird here. Something you might find in a medicine cabinet that starts with the letter F.
Fentanyl.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Foot cream.
Oh, yeah.
Foot cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take
Okay.
it.
All right.
I don't know why that one's so hard.
Yeah.
No, it is
Floss.
Floss.
Does fentanyl count? That's a drug.
Fentanyl is a drug.
It's
It
not
is.
legal, though.
Well, it's
Correct?
It's a prescription, and you probably shouldn't have it in your medicine cabinet unless you're a medical
Do they
professional.
prescribe fentanyl?
If they prescribe it, I think you have to give it to Virginia.
I think it can be only
Give her
administered.
fentanyl or give her the point?
I think it has to be administered in the hospital.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just know fentanyl bad. It's bad. It's supposed to be bad for you. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll check on that. That's a big point. Okay, here we go. Next up, think fast. A multicolored zoo animal that starts with the letter Z.
Zebra.
Okay.
so loud.
I know.
I'm more excited.
Okay, Jaybird is at 3, and that means you'll get the win.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Kind of controversial. I don't know if Fentanyl over here should have won it.
Well, she would have been at 2 still, I think.
Okay.
So, and you're at 3, and Denny's is at 2.
All right.
So I'll give her that point, and you still win by 1.
Wow.
I still feel like it's not real.
Oh, yeah, it's real.
All right.
Think
Yes.
Fast Cap.
Woo!
No Name Movie Game Belt.
Oh, man.
I can tell you the quarantine is treating you well.
It is.
I don't know if it's the added sleep or what's going on here.
I got nowhere to show it off, though. I got to walk through Walmart with it on. I only went to Walmart over the weekend.
How was your Walmart experience?
It was pretty packed, and then there was no toilet paper. Toilet paper was gone quickly again.
Really?
By the time there was a little bit left, by the time I left, it was gone.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It is
yeah.
crazy.
I really thought we were going to start getting back to normal on that, and that was going to be something that, okay, remember when we couldn't get TP? How silly was that?
And the other thing, too, hit hard. I tried to get some more black beans. Black beans are sold out.
Dang.
Are black beans making people poop
What?
more?
What are you saying?
Are black beans making people poop more?
Well, they have been for many, many years.
Yeah, they got fiber in them. Yeah, maybe that's a bad combo.
Well, is that why that they're taking beans and they're taking the toilet paper?
They're taking everything, Bird. I don't think they're picking just poo food.
Wow. Okay. Well, if you're struggling trying to find some TP, we got an anthem for you and a video. You can go to YouTube and see the brand new video that just dropped last week for this song. Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ show. You got it.
Knock, knock, had to duck walk over to my neighbors. I was pooping, didn't realize I had no more toilet paper. My neighbors didn't have any rolls for me, so I took my stinky butt down to the grocery. When I walked in, what did I see? People fighting over the last roll of TP. All I wanna do is poop in peace and sit on my toilet and get some relief. Because it really sucks when you can't properly clean your butt. I'm thinking about using my dad's t-shirt. Sorry, Dad, but I got a case of Hershey Squirts. I tell you, it really sucks when you can't properly clean your butt. Gotta clean your butt. Went back to my house, what could I use? I found an old pair of my brother's Reebok shoes. But I think my brother's shoes might be too big. I'd be better off wiping with my grandma's wig. And if that don't work, I'll use a pizza box. And if that don't work, I'll use my sister's socks. I'm a desperate man, these are desperate times. I even had to use an oven mitt to clean my behind. Because it really sucks when you can't properly clean your butt. All I can find is a book of stamps. It's an emergency, cause I got poopy cramps. I tell you, it really sucks when you can't properly clean your butt. Gotta clean your butt.
Oh, yeah. People having a hard time finding TP. Luckily, the KVJ show's got some for you coming up in a little bit. We actually are going to be doing a TP drive-through. So if you need some toilet paper, you got a chance to actually drive through just about 9 o'clock this morning. So you can maybe time that out with your work, and we'll hit you up with some TP in a very safe way.
How many rolls we got?
We have like about 16 or 17 of them. A super nice listener reached out to us and said that she had some extra from her work because they usually keep like a year's worth in their storage facility. She heard us saying that we didn't have any, and I was like, okay, you're awesome. So
wow.
Let's share the wealth. That was really cool of her to reach out.
Absolutely. Okay, so that's going to be coming up just after 9 o'clock. If you need some TP, we'll hook you up with a roll of that coming up here on the KVJ show. Boy, things are really getting kind of crazy out in the world. It seems like every single day as I look at the news, I'm just like, wow, okay, wow, we're really doing this now. I couldn't believe that they set up the roadblocks or the checkpoints coming into Florida. That was really kind of surprising to me. I guess that's got a little bit more teeth than just that, hey, sign this piece of paper when you get off the plane. I know they're still doing that, but that's what they were doing when they saw people coming in from New York, and even they set up one for people coming in from Louisiana.
Yeah, I saw that. I-10, they're blocking too because they want to just talk to people.
Yeah. You had to stop off at a checkpoint, and I think it was that piece of paper they gave you saying that you're going to self-quarantine for 14 days, be at this one residence or location, and that you wouldn't leave, and if they came and checked on you, you weren't there, that they'd come and arrest you.
Which is good. I mean, come on, we got to stop this.
Yeah.
They're checking people, too, as they're getting on the plane now, supposedly, before they leave New York to come here. And if they have any symptoms, supposedly they can stop people from flying. Which they probably should have been doing that for a couple of weeks now, because people have been flying down here, and they're saying, you can estimate that probably one person on every plane had the coronavirus. I'm like, great.
Jeez, yeah.
Just flying them in.
And Suits would know about this. They got a cruise ship that is out there that's got 4 people dead from coronavirus on it. And I think it's like 138 people are infected.
Oh my gosh. So it's not just people that are on the boat that are sick. There's actually dead bodies.
It's funny you bring that up. I was literally just talking to Denny's about that in the other room. It's really kind of a messed up situation. So the ship you're talking about is the Zan Dam. That's out of Holland, America.
Yeah.
So they
by the way, I'm not getting on any ship that has dam in it.
Every Holland America ship ends with dam. I don't know why.
Really?
Every single one of them
does.
does.
It's a Dutch thing, yeah.
It must be, yeah. But it departed before everything kind of went crazy. It was March 7th on a 14-night cruise around South America from Brazil to Chile.
Okay.
The problem is when this started happening, nobody would let the ship disembark. And it got to the point where, because I've been following it for the last 2 weeks, the ship was approved to go into Chile, and then right when they get there, they're like, you know what, never mind, we don't want you docking here. So honestly, I don't know if these people would be dead if they would have let them bring the ship in somewhere. They've been stranded at sea.
Oh, wow.
This cruise was supposed to end on March 21st, and they're still on board.
What a nightmare.
It's a disaster, and really...
If they left on March 7th, I didn't lock it down until March 11th. So literally, we were not on high alert lockdown.
Yeah, well, March 7th, sports were still happening. That was the week before everything got canceled.
It was. It was literally the week before everybody started going, oh, crap.
So it really is unfortunate because they just have not been able to get a place to dock, and the only place that really gave them approval right now is, of course, Fort Lauderdale. So it's going to be coming here to South Florida, and hopefully they handle this correctly. But they're actually trying to transfer the passengers and crew that aren't sick to the Rotterdam, their other ship, that is sitting there now. They're both at sea trying to transfer. They just got permission to come through the Panama Canal. So they're going to travel through the Panama Canal and try and get here to Fort Lauderdale and disembark. But, yeah, It's been a mess, and there have been a lot of ships that got stuck, and then people are wondering why they're at sea. Why are you still cruising? It's because they've been trying to get off these ships.
Nobody going to take them in.
Nobody wants to let them off. Dang. So it really is a sad situation.
Gosh.
And how many dead people are on the boat?
4 passengers right now. And the thing is, Holland America caters to an older crowd. It's a cruise line that does cater to like 50 and up. And the problem is, too, it's a longer cruise. And you notice the longer a cruise lasts, the older the average age gets, because we don't have vacation time to go for 2 weeks to South America.
Yes. My neighbors that are now in a senior center, they moved, but they were both like up there in age. They would go on a cruise for a month.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's just the norm because they're like, we don't have anything else to do.
Well, there are some people on this. It was a collector's voyage that are booked on the 31 night that departed March 7th and was supposed to end in Fort Lauderdale. So these people were booked for a month. And who expected this to change so much? So it's unfortunate because they just can't get them off this ship, and now the virus is spreading rapidly.
They got 138 people confirmed with coronavirus on this ship.
And can you imagine passing away from the coronavirus?
Well, stranded at sea, too.
Sounds like a movie.
Doesn't it?
They're not being intubated. They're not on ventilators. They're not getting the proper medication. They're just struggling through this and then passing away on a boat. Oh, my God. Rest in peace, guys.
It is just a weird time when, here you are, you're looking at Florida, and we are trying to discourage people from driving in, from flying in, from cruise ships coming in. What a weird world we're in. We survive on people coming to Florida. It's an $86 billion a year industry here in Florida.
It's weird driving around noon, 1 o'clock, and it not being that crazy out.
Especially because we're still in season, too.
That's what's weird about it. There was not... I was out by noon on Saturday, and it was not...
Where were you doing? Where were you going?
Walmart.
Okay, that's the only place you're allowed to go is get groceries.
Trying to find
I don't want you going out and getting sick.
Well, I started running out of food, and delivery is still pretty darn expensive. If you keep doing delivery, it's still not that cheap.
And it's backed up several days.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about just even at the restaurant level.
Oh, gotcha.
That gets kind of expensive, because what if you get one meal, Kevin, and it's not that good? You got to get 2.
Well, naturally.
Got to order 2 meals.
Got to order 2 meals. Yeah.
It might be time for you to learn how to cook.
I've been doing a lot of cooking. That's why I ran out of food. That's why I was back at Walmart.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing just that stuff. So just kind of weird that when you've got a big tourism industry here in Florida that we're kind of like saying, no. It's just everything in its bizarro world. Like everything is backwards and different. And even on the Daily Show on Comedy Central, they were talking about anti-ads for tourism for the state of Florida. So there you go.
I like how they lumped Tim Tebow with all that stuff.
All the reasons to stay away. That's the new Florida anti-tourism ads. Well, I think is it. We're a good solid 2 weekends of doing pretty much all quarantine stuff. You know, honestly, I'm still at the point where I'm actually kind of loving it. I'm having a really good time. The weather has been really cool. We've been playing new card games. Getting to hang out with the family more. Right now, I got to say, it is a big positive for me. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying my time. But maybe it's who you're quarantined with, and as time goes on, if we're talking about at least another month, probably before we can really start getting back outside and things start opening up, it seems like it's going still in the other direction, where the more I look, more and more things every single day are getting shut down or closed, and our travel's being a little bit more restricted. So, are you with somebody that is actually annoying the heck out of you? And what are you going to do if you got to see that person every single day? Carly in the chat room said, yeah, my brother's always messy in the bathrooms. Every time I get done cleaning it, within 5 minutes, he starts dirtying it back up again. See, that would drive me nuts. If you're a clean freak and you're quarantined with somebody that is not, that's going to be tough.
Well, it's just you're spending more time with that person than you normally do.
All I do is walk around all day and clean up after 3 people. That's all I do.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
One of them is a downright terrorist. He sees me cleaning up stuff, and he'll go stand by the toy box, pull toys out of the toy box, and throw them on the floor and not break eye contact.
Clearly, you're talking about your husband, Panda.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
What happens then when he does that?
Like, please, Rocco, stop. Please.
The pleading is not working, huh?
He don't care.
He don't care, huh?
No.
That's his sport, is aggravating mom during this whole thing?
Yes, he loves to aggravate mom.
What would you say that in your house, Virginia, is the thing that is maybe wearing the most thin on people's nerves and patience? And is there anything you're doing that's driving Panda crazy? Other than watching the news too much.
Yeah, there is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you want me to forward you the text messages?
It's a lot of stuff over there, huh?
I think you got to have him on to ask him. But yeah, I think just the fact that I want to watch the news a lot, he does not want to watch the news.
I can only imagine what you're like by 6 p.m. in the daytime after watching everything and you're tired. Oh, Panda.
Melissa was saying that's pretty much it with her. You say your husband is one of those continual news watchers, Melissa?
Oh, my God. Hi, guys. Yes. He does not stop, and it's driving me insane.
I bet. Yeah. That's got to be tough because it is. To me, if nothing else, it's not even that it's like scaring me or freaking me out. It's just boring.
A lot of it is. A lot of it, it's the same thing they're talking about for 3 hours until they get another update.
Just stop it. Is there anything in particular he's doing that's bothering you the most, Melissa, with watching the news?
Yes, I will be trying to zen out, paint my nails, do something that's calming, and I swear to God, like every half hour, I hear him yelling at the TV, like, deaths more than 2,000 confirmed, over 100,000 cases in the United States.
He's the constant update guy and is always yelling the numbers out.
Oh, my gosh. Sometimes I just hear him yell, wash your hands.
Sounds like he's got coronavirus Tourette's.
Or he's watching a game. Well, they do. They put all those stats up there like it's a scoreboard.
Yeah, they have. I've seen that. So it's always kind of in your face. Paige is on here from the Orlando area. Paige, what is going on here with the person you're quarantined with that's annoying you?
Well, hey guys, listen. So the thing is, you keep talking about weekends, but for me, I'm a stay-at-home mom. We have a 6-month-old, and my husband's working from home, so it's not weekends. It's 24/7, 365 right now.
Wow.
And that's fine. I have a great husband. I love my baby. She's a sugar bean, but every time that the baby goes down for a nap, and when they're 6 months old, they sleep a lot. My husband wants to have sex every single time the baby takes a nap. constantly. Like there was a couple of days last week that we did it like 4 times in a day, and I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, this quarantine. I think this quarantine's got a lot of people horny. Well, think of it. You're there laying around.
Yeah.
Your mind starts to wander.
So, Paige, you basically have to stay attached to the baby, or else you're going to be attached to your husband. Is that right?
Pretty much. Like, I'm literally getting audio and putting it on my phone I'm like recording her when she's awake and like making little cute baby noises. You know, she's so adorable. But like just to get him to get off me. It's like,
wow.
Oh no, I hear the baby. She must be awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy.
That's tough. Quarantine with a horny husband.
I wonder how many people have gotten pregnant so far. How long after conception, Virginia? How long would it take for a woman to know? What's the earliest she would know she's pregnant?
I think a few weeks you can know. An early test will give you an indication in a couple or a few weeks.
So okay, we'll start seeing the results of babies.
Yeah.
Or pregnancy coming in about a week or 2.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I've been on lockdown for 3 weeks. This is my 3rd weekend. So, yeah.
Is Panda one of those husbands that just has a case of the hornies?
Yes.
Oh, oh, man.
And are you annoyed?
No, but I can't do it as much as he wants to. I just can't.
We have like 8 texts right now of women who are saying, OMG, I feel Paige's pain. Vicky said that. My husband has become a sex monster. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
Somebody else said, yeah, my husband is the same. All he wants to do is have sex during the quarantine. Wow.
Yeah, guys are definitely handling this different. They do not need to be in a good mental space to get their freak on.
Well, if
I need to be kind of in a good mental space where I'm like not stressed or sad or worried. So I got to try to get myself happy, and then we can. It's very hard for me to get out of my own head.
But guys can immediately just hit the pause on this coronavirus stuff and be like, hey, let's get at it.
Yeah. He's compartmentalizing like a champ.
Well, you're not working, so you've got a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
A lot of downtime.
Panda is at home.
That's what I mean.
He's not leaving the house very much, although he is leaving a little bit today. But yeah.
Well, there's some people who aren't working out. They're just staying home, maybe going to the grocery store, and then coming back, and they are horny.
Wow.
I got groceries, and I got lubricant.
You might want to get some ice packs while you're at it.
I need a Band-Aid for that thing.
All the necessities. Well, Pink was calling herself out last week for giving herself a drunk haircut. She posted the photo up on her Instagram, and we got a couple other funny photos because people are doing one of two different things. They are either just going primeval and not cutting their hair at all and letting it grow out, or they're taking the chance and maybe, I think some hair salons, and I can't still even figure that out because I was talking about that at the tail end of last week, what is open and what's not. And I was telling you, I was looking at the Palm Beach Post, and they had conflicting articles within the same thing. One on the places of essential places it was there, and then I read off the article on Friday. I'm like, it says right here that hair salons are going to be closed.
I'm seeing places open that are, to me, they don't seem that essential, and they're open. So I'm kind of confused with everything.
It really is. There are a lot of businesses I know that for the call them outs, and we've been getting a lot of that. Where the call them outs have been, I want to call out my place for trying to stay open, and they really shouldn't. I feel like they're putting us in harm's way.
I want to dye my hair something funky, like red, like murder red or bright red.
So you got to bleach it first and then dye it red.
You want to help me out with this project?
Not really. I'm not good at that. You know me, I'm chemical burn Sinicki.
Well, I'm chemical burn Pennington.
He's used to that too.
So
Nothing
together
different.
we'll create a super chemical burn, and you'll really be sick.
I figure I could come over. We could do a dye day. I don't know.
Dye day? How are you spelling that?
Yeah, D-Y-E.
In these times, yes.
Not D-I-E.
A hair dye day, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to help you, I'll be happy to help.
You've been talking about your roots.
I know, and I might get, like, Justin is making these little care packages now where you can order them, and it's got everything in it you need to dye your hair with the same color that he uses. So box color is bad, Kevin. Box color at the drugstore.
I agree.
It's cheap, and if you put it in your hair, it damages it. So they're making little kits now where I go, where I can get a little kit to do it at home myself with the same stuff they use in the salon.
Okay, that's
so I
good.
actually could probably dye your hair.
That's what I'm saying. I'll bring over some champagne. I'll bring over some whatever kind of snacks you want. We'll have like a day out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are a lot of businesses that want to call out their employers. I don't know if you heard what's going on with Amazon. Some of the employees at the company's Staten Island, New York facility plan to walk off the job today amid allegations that Amazon is kind of mishandled its response to the coronavirus pandemic. They're protesting their decision to keep the warehouse open despite news of a confirmed case of the virus there last week. I think we'd heard coronavirus can survive for up to a day on cardboard, which is a lot of their packages are.
They're asking for the facility to be shut down just temporarily to be cleaned. That's all they're asking for.
Mm-hmm. And many more employees have tested positive for the virus at the facility than apparently they've publicly acknowledged. And some workers there are saying there's as many as 5 to 7 workers that have been diagnosed with the coronavirus. And they're saying, it ain't worth it. We're not coming in today, Amazon. Not going to happen. And look, I can fully understand because my wife and I are going through and we were just ordering so much stuff. I'm like, I can't even imagine the demand on Amazon drivers right now.
It's insane the amount of stuff that people are ordering.
Right. And so
it's all we have.
They're like, this is keeping the world going. We need drivers. But some of those people are like saying, I'm just not confident I'm not going to go to work and not come back home with the coronavirus. Forget about it. We talked a little bit about this before. I was kind of looking at another article, and these are South Florida attorneys talking about if you do or do not have to go to work. So if you're kind of calling out your place of work today, feeling like they're putting you in an unsafe environment, they say an employee who believes the employer is improperly risking the health of workers can file a complaint with the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. You can go to their website. It's OSHA.gov.
So that's probably for some of those companies going, you guys got to show up to work. I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
Because I think the companies that give you an option that say, okay, if you don't feel comfortable coming to work, you don't have to. I don't think they can get in trouble because they're giving you that option, correct?
Yeah, I think the ones that give you the option are doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Come if you want or do it from your home.
That's how they're doing it here at work, right? If you didn't want to come into work instead of, I'm not comfortable doing the dirt 5 times a day.
I think they said come to them and have a discussion.
Yes.
That's where we are with it.
Okay, so maybe you do got to come to work.
But here at this place, they've kicked out all of the coworkers that do sales. They've kicked out all the managers. They've kicked out all the promotions people. The only people in this building are people that are actually on the air. So they've greatly reduced the risk for all the employees here. And I believe that's a healthy step.
Yeah, and what I had read before, other attorneys spouting off about this, if a reasonable employee would say there's really no threat or they've given us what we need, they're properly sanitizing the place and they've given us whether it be gloves, face mask, whatever we might possibly need, then you are expected to go to work.
Management even came in here and sent an employee home that was on the air that was sick. I mean, they're doing the best things they can do. And I think a reasonable person would say that this place is safe.
Yeah.
And they're not putting us at risk, unlike the Amazon facility where they know 5 people have it, but yet they're not cleaning it properly.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah, what I read in this article said if you don't feel safe at work and if OSHA doesn't take immediate action, you may be able to stay home if you don't feel safe, but whether or not they can fire you is probably a gray area. So,
yeah.
There you go. So if you got any problems, go to OSHA.gov and check that out. Jaybird, you said that you need to call yourself out here today.
Man, I am just terrible at that self-checkout. And I don't know if you guys get this way at all. It takes me 9,000 minutes to bag all my groceries at that your own self-full checkout area. And I feel an anxiety come up on me because, especially now, they didn't have all of the cashiers or the cash areas open, so they only had a few of them open.
How many items did you have in your basket?
I had a good amount of items.
Okay. I think self-checkout should only be used when you have like 15 items or less.
But
if you have a lot of stuff, self-checkout is going to be tricky because the part where you bag it is not big enough to bag more than 15 items.
Okay, then you tell me what I'm supposed to do. There's no real human people checking anybody out.
Oh, it's only
It
self?
was only self-checkout at the time, and you're not supposed to go out all the time, so I just wanted to get it all done within my one little area.
If there's no people checking you out, you have to do the self-checkout.
And I was taking way too long, and people in the line were not happy about it. And what do you think the worst possible case scenario could have happened?
Your card got rejected.
I left it in my truck. I had to run out and go get my car. Oh my gosh.
My gosh.
It was,
You're that guy.
That's why I'm calling myself out.
Oh my gosh.
It was so uncomfortable.
Jaybird.
Oh, pipe down. I'm just being honest over here. I don't need your judgmental ways.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that awful?
You are lucky they didn't lynch you. If it wasn't for social distancing, they would have kicked your ass.
It was not a fun situation to be. It was very uncomfortable.
Got an email here from Laura. She's got to call him out today. Yeah, I want to call out the customer that called me stupid for not speaking Spanish because my name is Spanish.
Oh, geez. Come on, people.
Mm-hmm.
Is this really the time to call people stupid?
Yeah, some people are still wound a little bit tight.
Everybody got to take a deep breath and realize that we are all in this together. And if you're out calling cashiers stupid, you're not helping anything.
Mm-hmm. Good little note here from Stephanie in Pompano. She said, my column out today is I just finished the Gabriel Fernandez trials on Netflix, and my heart is broken for this little boy. If you've not seen it, she said, if you see something, say something. Even if the first couple tries doesn't work, call and talk to a supervisor. She said it really does take a village, and we all need to stick together as people, as teachers, as community, helpers, as human beings to help everybody who cannot help themselves. So that is a constant reminder that you do have an obligation. I know a lot of us just put our head in the sand, but if you see something, say something. That is pretty good. Also, some positive column outs here today. Got Caitlin who said, Kyle G's Prime Seafood, they're providing individual and family-sized meals as well as household supplies and groceries for an affordable price to the Martin County community. You do the drive-thru at the Martin County Fairgrounds, place your order on their website, and pick it up on the same day from 12 to 6 p.m. So she wanted to do a shout-out to them. A little Feel Good Friday. Patty's on here from Lake Worth with if you got some hair needs, a place to go. What are you calling out, Patty? Hello, Patty. Okay.
Our phone's got the corones.
Patty.
Oh, I hope not.
We don't know if it's her end or our end. I'm going to say our end.
Are we sick or is she sick?
Our phones have been sick, but that's way before the coronavirus.
Oh, that was the start of our RMF career.
Somebody else texted in and said, yeah, I want to call out the person who sprayed my nurse friend with Lysol for wearing her scrubs in public.
They just randomly walked up and started spraying. First of all,
Apparently,
that's illegal. You can go to jail for that. You can't spray stuff on people. Did they get arrested?
That's a good question because, yeah, they're probably going, oh, you can't wear your scrubs out there. It's probably got coronavirus on it. You're going to affect all of us, so I'm spraying you down to protect myself.
You cannot spray people that you don't know.
What the hell's going on with people?
I know, right?
Well, because how do you know that's Lysol? How do I know that's not bleach or rat pee?
Crazy.
Keep it together.
Okay. Yeah, people are starting to lose their minds. Another thing, too, I know Jaybird is taking the lead on this in his community about dogs that are pooping all over the place. Somebody said, yeah, I want to call out the lady that pounded on her window and chased me down because my dog was sniffing at the end of her driveway. She ran out swearing and screaming at me to pick up the dog poo. My dog didn't poo, and she proceeded to yell at me about how all these people let their dogs poo in her yard.
It is lawless right now. People are people are borderline pooping out there themselves, but yeah, they're letting dogs just go poop everywhere, Virginia.
And they're not picking it up?
No, they're not picking it up. I saw one neighbor get mad at another neighbor because they were walking their dog and the other neighbor was in their little courtyard. The dog just peed on the outside of the bush, on the outside, and the neighbor got mad at that. It was like, don't let your dog pee. Don't let your dog go on my property. It was just pee.
What the hell?
I mean, I get if it was poop, but...
Positive call out here says, I'm calling out a wonderful man named Bruce. I work for a golf club in Palm City, which is still open. I called and refused to go into work as I have family members who are at risk. If I don't work, I don't get paid. And a member gave me a $1,000 tip to cover my bills this month.
That is cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that is very cool.
That's
Love to hear
awesome.
that stuff. There's a lot of people doing some really good stuff. I want to call out the Florida Panthers. They committed to paying staff through the entirety of the coronavirus pandemic.
Nice.
That's impressive. Thank you. Publix has offered free rent to tenants in shopping centers that it owns. So that's really cool. Calling out Publix for something good.
Awesome.
Delta is now offering free flights to medical volunteers who want to help out in Louisiana, Georgia, and Michigan. And they also might add California, New York, and Washington soon. So they're trying to help people who, believe it or not, want to get to the front lines and do more. There's a restaurant in San Fran that's been flooded with orders after they launched a program called Adopt a Doctor or Nurse that lets you send meals to hospital workers. How cool is that,
That's beautiful. Little Smiles has been doing that. We've sent hundreds and hundreds of meals to South Florida hospitals, just to the ER, to the PICU, where the most sick patients are. So it's a beautiful thing to take care of those doctors and nurses right now. Do not forget them.
There's a bunch of cops in New Jersey that organized a free pizza day for the community and handed out 300 pizzas.
Now that's living, baby. I love it.
And now other departments around the country might do it too. So that's a really cool thing. Taco Bell just announced that they're going to be giving out free tacos tomorrow.
What?
If you go through a drive-thru, you'll get a free Doritos Locos taco. No purchase necessary, but you won't get one if you order delivery, just to let you know.
Okay, but you could just go through a drive-thru and say, I want my taco, and then bounce?
Apparently that's it.
That's pretty cool.
Try it out.
It's a trap. I don't know. It seems so good.
It's a trap because you know you can't order just one taco.
Who's got to go there for one taco? You're right.
Yeah.
Some people will. You are not that man.
No way. I think majority of people would get more than one thing.
I would.
And also, a church in Cincinnati raised $230,000 to cover babysitting and childcare costs for healthcare workers who are on the front lines.
That's beautiful.
That really is. So there's some really good stuff going out there. More good than bad. Got anything else you want to add to it? You can. 877-979-WRMF. A couple other positive call-em-outs that we didn't get to yet. American Airlines is flying passenger planes, no passengers, only crew, full of fresh products, vegetables, fruits, meats, and the like to Hawaii. People there are really struggling since everything is imported, and they're going to still do some routes to Alaska this week. Somebody else said, I want to call out my company, Chase Bank, that is covering any hours that were short at the end of every week, and they're also giving workers in the branches an additional $1,000. That's pretty cool. And also somebody want to give a shout out to our bud, Scott Van Duzer at Big Apple Pizza in Fort Pierce for a Feel Good Monday. And I call him out. He is getting people to sponsor pizzas for the food insecure and the elderly and delivering them. It's called Slices for Seniors.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. If you want to get involved, here's what you do. Individuals are looking for $25 to $50 donations. Businesses, they're asking for $200 to $50 or $500 donations. And if you'd like to get involved with Slices for Seniors, all you have to do is just hit up the number. You can call them at 772-466-8303. Well, the dating game is a little bit different here with the self-quarantine going on in the new age of the COVID-19. Been following that saga. The guy in Brooklyn that saw that woman dancing on a roof and he used a drone to give her his number. Apparently now they're actually dating, virtually, of course, from across the street. And I don't know how much of this is put on, if this is real, but apparently he got inside a big plastic Zorb ball and they went on a walk together. So I don't know. Everybody seems to be following this.
Yeah,
this feels calculated.
This doesn't seem like someone's trying to go viral.
I know. I thought it was organic until I saw that. I'm like, all right. I wonder where this is going to go now. It seems like they're writing a script here, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, he had a Zorb ball ready to go.
I can't
All
believe
ready to
it.
go.
I can't believe I wasn't freaked out with that flying drone over my window.
Yeah. And she's just randomly dancing on a roof.
It's lies, Kevin.
I know.
They got us again.
Well, the fun thing here is a lot of people are trying to date virtually, and the pickup lines have shifted a little bit. So I saw online they had some coronavirus-inspired pickup lines. I don't know if you got any of your own. Maybe this will give you some ideas, at least where you can start off with. Some of the suggestions is pickup lines for the coronavirus. If COVID-19 doesn't take you out, can I?
Damn. That's awful.
Oh, no.
Okay. Virginia, how many of these would you go for? Good or bad? Does that help or does that take away?
I mean, I don't hate it.
Okay. All right.
But I'm like, okay. The next thing you better say better be smart.
Okay, how about this one? You can't spell virus without you and I.
Can't spell flu without you.
I mean, they're not terrible.
Okay. There's nothing out right now that is more contagious than your smile.
That's not.
Hannah Brown from The Bachelor got in trouble about talking about smiles being contagious. They came for her hard.
Yeah, they did.
What do you mean? Because she was doing like a corona
No, she
joke?
posted, there's nothing more contagious than a smile. And it's a picture of her smiling, and everybody's like, yeah, except the coronavirus, you dumb bee.
Everyone's.
She's trying to spread happy.
I know.
And they skewered her.
That's my favorite when people are trying to make this positive stance and then everyone turns on them.
Ugh, wasn't pretty. Wasn't pretty.
Like that Imagine song, all the celebrities.
They skewered that one too.
Oh, big time.
Can you pass me an inhaler because you just took my breath away? Okay. Yeah. There's a lengthy list of all the stuff that you can try to do if you're trying to make it happen.
Definitely don't meet up with the guy that's having trouble breathing. Not right now.
Probably not.
Anybody who says they're having trouble breathing, I'm like, bye.
Oh, I kind of like this one. Jaybird, tell me if this would turn you on. Are you looking for a dirty girl? Because I only wash my hands for 19 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know, though. I probably like anything you throw at me right now.
Right. It doesn't have to be good. Stay in with me and I'll flatten your curves. Okay. All right, so there you go. Some ideas. Everybody's trying to make it happen.
Those are all terrible.
Yeah, they're pretty cheesy.
Well, that's really what pickup lines are.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I got some more insanity in the world of coronavirus here again. And, of course, people that should be called out. We can just continue this on all day long. Let's do it with 23-year-old Christian Perez, who claimed he had coronavirus and coughed towards a Martin County deputy.
Oh, boy.
Perez told the deputy he was suffering from coronavirus, so the deputy provided him with a protective mask to cover his mouth. And at one point, Perez removed the mask and began intentionally coughing towards the officer.
Oh, boy.
Who ultimately got the mask back over Perez's mouth to reduce the risk of contamination.
That's going to get you in the clink.
Oh, yeah.
As it should.
Well, and on top of it, this idiot was drunk, and he was driving under the influence, so he's got that.
My goodness.
And they added on assault on the deputy and threatening a public servant.
Just a lot of bad decisions there.
Yeah, not a good day for old Christian Perez there, but he definitely deserves a call him out. That is not how you do it, my man.
I mean, do you think that a cat like that's already out of jail, or is he still in jail, you think? That
Great
story was probably
question.
like 2 days ago.
I'd keep him in there. I'd let him stay with another person that's got coronavirus.
Amen.
Let him think a little bit.
You think it's funny?
There was an entire train that got pulled from service in Boston because a rider licked one of the cars. It wasn't known how many people were on the train at the time or exactly what part of the car he licked.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, there's a few. Did you see the other thing? There's one of those door cams of these two jokers licking the door. They're going up to this random house, and they're just licking the door all over.
There's a guy who was doing that in an elevator. There's a guy spitting on a package that works for Amazon. You're
Come
like,
on, man.
Keep
What are we
your
doing?
fluid to yourself.
Some of these people are insane
They're
out
losing
there.
their mind.
And that's coming from the person who's insane on the show. Their people are crazier.
I can't believe I'd ever thought I'd say this, but yeah, you're not the craziest.
You got a lot of nerve, lady. About crazy.
Police in Ewing, New Jersey broke up a party in an apartment that violated a lockdown imposed a week ago by Governor Phil Murphy to stop the spread of the coronavirus. They're like, not going to stop our party. So they jam-packed like 47 people into this apartment, started getting crazy.
Let me give you an example of something not to do. And we are not going to be shy about naming and shaming those who can't get this message into their heads. Last night, right here in Mercer County, Ewing Township Police broke up a party with 47 people, including a DJ, crammed into a 550-square-foot apartment. The organizer was charged, as they should have been, and deserved to be.
Wow.
The DJ's so mad that the cop didn't drop his whole name. So come on, get my whole name out there.
Just a DJ.
Not a DJ.
Yeah.
I'm DJ Slicky Ricky or whatever the hell his name is.
Come on, say my name.
There's a guy in Indiana that got busted for drunk driving on Wednesday night, and he was also charged with violating the state's stay-at-home order because he did not have a valid reason for being out. Driving drunk is not a valid reason for being out.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, he has a maximum penalty of a $1,000 fine and 6 months in prison on top of his drunk driving charges. There's a drunk woman in Kentucky that claimed to be the mayor and tried to demand a room at a hotel. By the way, she wasn't, and it didn't work.
Boy, I would have loved to have seen that.
She sounds drunk too, Kev.
She has to be drunk. It's the whacked out news.
It sounds like it. Yeah, she was. Yeah.
They're all
she was
drunk.
hammered. Yeah.
Every single person in every single story.
Not sure if this person was. I think he was just trying to spread a little bit of cheer. He'd seen all these great videos coming from Italy of people singing and getting sing-alongs going on from balconies, and just like, the Italians really have it. And he's in New York, and he's like, there's a bunch of Italians here too, and he's like, why wouldn't we be doing it here in New York City? So he gave it a try, and he thought he was going to get himself a viral video, but people are spreading it around for other reasons. Here he is getting the sing-along going in his complex. Welcome to New York. Not quite Italy, apparently.
I just had to have a warm, fuzzy moment. That's amazing. Is that what New York's really like?
I think it's a different place right now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're a little edgy.
I can see how that might, stomp your spirit and wanting to continue.
The guy kept singing.
Did he?
Yeah.
He did, and the guy kept yelling, shut the F up.
Now it's just a standoff.
Oh, that's funny.
There is an executive at Walmart that's saying that they're seeing an increased sales in tops, but not bottoms. So if you're wondering if your coworkers are wearing pants, Walmart will tell you probably not.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And in another story, I know, Virginia, you love stories about space, and this is one that might relate to you. They say, according to NASA, that Uranus is leaking gas. They found a glob of ionized gas called a plasmoid flying away from Uranus for the first time ever. By the way, this isn't the first time in many people's cases. They say it will actually help them get more insight into Uranus, which is a very dark and mysterious place.
Okay, are scientists, are they laughing at this, or that's way too lowbrow?
It's real.
It is real.
Yeah, it's real.
It is a real story.
I don't know. I'm not buying it.
That's what you question? Out of everything we've covered today, you're questioning that.
I'm not buying it.
A science naysayer over there doesn't believe it's coming from NASA, Virginia.
Uranus is emitting gas.
It is
coming out of it.
It is, though. That's why it's this. Never mind.
Yeah, I missed the mark, Jay-Bird. All
Eh.
right, coming up here in just a little bit, if you need some toilet paper, we are going to be doing a TP drive-thru here today. How fun is this?
We don't have a lot, but we do have some. We were gifted this toilet paper from a really sweet listener. I'm not going to tell you who she is because she stole it from her work, but she had a bunch of it. And so she said she wanted to spread the love and do what little she could to share with others.
Yeah.
And so I met up with her, like we were doing a drug deal on Friday in a closed park. And she gave me the toilet paper, and we want to share it with. Don't take any if you don't need any.
Right.
But if you're in a desperate place, we want to give you a roll of toilet paper so you can just maybe have a couple of weeks of okay pooping.
Now, here's what I was thinking about doing to try to help people out, get them the TP, but keep everybody here safe, is we've got a nice little set here where you can do a quick little drive-by. And what I was thinking about doing is if you want a roll of toilet paper, you come up, roll down your passenger window, and from at least 6 feet away, we'll have Jay-Bird throw the toilet paper into your window.
How's your arm?
Terrible. I rode the bench a lot because of that.
Okay. Well,
Oh, no.
this is going to be a contest of accuracy, Jay-Bird, and you're going to have to go with another roll because you don't want to get close to the car.
This is going to be one of those things where I throw the toilet paper, it doesn't go in the car, it hits the ground, and then everyone on the internet shames me?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a time to be wasting toilet paper, so get it together.
I didn't know there's going to... All right.
Yeah.
If you even drop one roll, we're mad.
Oh no, Kevin. Virginia will be mad at me.
Yeah. No, you'll be fine.
How
I don't
will I
think you're
go
going to
on?
miss it all. Yeah.
All right, yeah, the arm's not feeling good.
Yeah.
But I'll just.
So give us about 10 minutes. About 5 minutes after 9, we'll get Jaybird down there. We'll get a Facebook Live video going on. We'll get the TP. And you just roll up. We got a roundabout. So you pull in 700 North Point Parkway. You come in. You roll around. Roll down your window. That would be, because you're on the driver's side, it would be your passenger window, front window. And from at least 6 feet away, Jaybird will throw a roll of toilet paper into your car.
We've sprayed all the toilet paper outside. It's all packaged individually.
Yeah.
We've sprayed it with Lysol, and Jaybird is using gloves, and he's not coming anywhere near you. So you are actually good. This is clean toilet paper.
Yeah.
Do we get anybody that comes by, you think?
I mean, you've been talking about how badly some people need toilet paper.
They do.
If you do, and you're in the area of I-95 and 45th Street in West Palm Beach.
It's free, y'all.
We're just kind of like back behind the Harley Davidson there.
Where's my gloves?
On the racetrack.
Right here.
Virginia will get you all set up. We'll get a Facebook Live video going on. We'll test your accuracy. Give us about 10 to 15 minutes, about 5 to 10 minutes after 9. You can get some free TP right here at the KVJ show. Suits, let me know. 701 North Point Parkway. That's where we are. Jaybird is downstairs. If people come by, roll down their passenger side window, he'll be chucking a piece of TP or a roll of TP in the car for you. I think we got him back on the phone. Did the phone boot you off, Jaybird?
Yeah, it did. We had one successful round of toilet paper. It was a guy named Daryl from Lake Park that I grew up with.
Oh, yeah.
And I threw him some toilet paper, and he got it.
Aww.
You got it in the first shot?
Yeah, man, it was pretty solid.
Now, is that Daryl you used to play baseball with?
He was a little bit older, but he's a Lake Park legend. Daryl Plummer is his name.
Oh, okay. Lake Park legend, huh? Where do you fit on that list of Lake Park legends, Jaybird?
I got much work to do. We got Bill Adams from Sunny over here. He's grabbing one of our toilet papers.
Oh, is he driving through?
I was going to have to go in the woods. Yeah.
It hasn't come to that yet, Bill. We still have working commodes.
And not to mention, Denny just caught more squirrels totally having sex.
Yeah,
Okay, we have a van that just pulled up right now, Kevin.
Okay.
What's your name, sir? Steve, what's up, brother? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna throw the TP. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hold on.
That did not sound like it went in the passenger side window.
You missed.
All right, brother. Take care. We rebounded quick.
That sounded like it hit van, not went through the window.
It hit the van, not the man.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking at the instant replay. This is on Facebook Live right now. Yeah, just a little bit low on that. Okay, there you go. Right through. See, this is totally abiding by social distancing here. It's an easy pull around in the roundabout. Jaybird is on the front steps. I still see you got, looks like a pretty full box of TP there, Jaybird. Somebody needs a roll. Just pull on through.
All right, brother.
Look at that.
Got another one.
Who didn't
Right. It's free.
3,
It's TP.
2, 1.
Got another one in?
Yay!
Very impressive.
Oh, yeah, we nailed that one.
Yeah, look at you, man. Those baseball skills are coming right back. Look at this shot. Yeah, I'm on a little bit of a delay here on Facebook Live. So I'm just watching this right now. It's a white pickup truck came in. Passenger side window rolled down. Jaybird clearly 6 feet away, right in there.
Nice.
Look at that. They got it right away. That was very impressive. One thing that Jaybird was talking about that I thought was kind of interesting, talking about baseball, they're going to be setting up a testing site at the Fit Team Ballpark at the Palm Beaches in West Palm. It opens up tomorrow.
Yes.
So they're finally going to, I think, really start cracking into what the real numbers are in Palm Beach County, because they have been trailing behind Broward and Miami-Dade, but they haven't had the kind of testing, because they've had at least 2, if not 3 different testing sites in Broward County have been open up for the better part of a week.
So if you want to get tested tomorrow, if you feel like you have symptoms, you can call now. You have to call and set it up. It's the number's 561-642-1000. You must be a Palm Beach County resident. Again, that's 561-642-1000. Make an appointment to do that drive-through testing. I mean, that is the way to do it.
Yeah, they say it's going to be free, and you got to stay in your vehicle, kind of like what we're doing for the TP Exchange right now as they do that. And they are saying that they're hoping to get another test site in South County very soon. So in the Boca, maybe Delray area, so you don't have to come all the way to the 15 ballpark of the Palm Beaches to get that. But the interesting thing about this is one of the testing sites, they have one at Hard Rock Stadium. And I saw this. It says Hard Rock Stadium testing site experiences issues. Inconclusive tests may mean some people have to return. Apparently, they got some bunk tests.
Oh, no.
So I guess not all these COVID-19 tests are treated equally.
They're not all created equally, absolutely, because you've got different places creating them.
Yeah.
You've got some coming from this lab and some coming from that lab. And some places are running out of the ingredients needed to get the result. Like they take the test, but then they go to put it in whatever liquid it is, and they don't have the liquid.
Yeah, Jaybird, you were talking about, you had a friend of yours talking about almost like there's a black market now almost for some of the testing stuff, Bird. Oh, did his phone die again?
I can hear him talking.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, did you say there was some like black market tests that were going on?
Yes, I know somebody who told me that they got a couple of the tests from some like a center that they know black market stuff. I have them at the house right now.
Huh. Okay. That's I think we're getting a little bit of kickback here from his thing. Sorry about that. Yeah, so there's some like tests that are going on out there that you said your buddy asked, like he said that you can get them like on the black market, and I'm sure if you, where were you saying you could get them, Jay Bird?
He has 2 of them at his house right now. Somebody gave them to him. I don't want to say exactly where they were at, but it was some type of center, and they go, "Hey, I got two COVID tests for you," and he's got them actually at his house right now. And I didn't even know that was even a thing.
I know somebody who needs one, somebody who's sick.
Well, the crazy thing about administering it is I think I was reading last week, somebody had texted us and said that you really got to get the Schwab up there enough, and if you don't do it the right way, like you need somebody that really knows what they're doing to administer it, then it would come back negative anyway, so you feel great with your black market bunk COVID-19 test, and you're going, I don't have coronavirus, and actually you just didn't give yourself the test right, and you actually do have coronavirus, and so you're skipping around the world thinking you're fine, and you're not.
Yeah, if you give it to yourself, you're not going to maybe put it as far as it needs to go. That's true.
Right.
You don't want to, like, poke your brain, which is what it feels like you're doing if you get it up there where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be a great call. All right.
Hello, you guys there?
Yeah, we're here. We're checking it out. Looks like a couple people still driving through, Bird.
We do. We got. What's your guys' name? Edgar and Oliver. We got some awesome people showing up. I'm getting ready to slow right now.
Okay, go.
3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Look at that, baby.
Happy license.
Bird is on it.
If it's 2 people in one car, they should get 2 rolls, I think. If it's Edgar and Oliver, they should both get their own roll.
Yes, they don't have to share a roll.
That's not cool.
Yeah, you're right. That's very nice. Hey, Jaybird, how many rolls do we have left for people who might be coming by here to the radio station to have you chuck a roll of TP into their window?
Hold on, I got a new person that just rolled up.
Oh my goodness.
Hannibal, this one's for you, buddy. Here we go. Yeah!
Another one. Dang.
Nice.
Bird's on fire. Look at this guy. Wow. Yeah, they keep coming.
Kevin,
Yeah.
It's starting to look like the end of Field of Dreams. Cars are pouring in.
It's how much people want toilet paper.
People need it. If you can't find it, you need it, especially if it's free. I absolutely want free toilet paper right now.
This is the craziest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. Wow, crazy. All right, well, Bird is down there. It's nonstop.
No. 3, 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, feels good.
Wow, look at that, huh?
You're helping butts all over South Florida.
Just watching Jaybird out there. His last throw, Virginia, did not make it in the car, but it was pretty amazing. He did this move where he went and still caught the toilet paper roll and kind of bumped it in with his butt. It was kind of he's missed the last two.
Yeah, he's definitely not doing
He
good
was on a
backhand.
roll, somebody said. But
Focus, Bird, focus.
yeah. Okay, let's see if he can get back in the groove here. Maybe he only does well when he's on the radio. Okay, I saw just a white van pulling up a second ago. Boy, he chucked that one right in. That was a white Flynn van there. Boom.
Okay.
Got a roll of TP in there. Very nice. All right, let me see that box. Okay, wow, it looks like we're down to just about 4 rolls. So I would say our stash is about it. Probably in the next 5 minutes it's going to be gone. But maybe this is something we should continue to look to do, Virginia. I had no idea this was going to be this popular.
I love it, and thank you so much to our anonymous, beautiful donor that gave us this toilet paper.
I can tell Bird's having a great time down there. People are just pulling up. We got a roundabout right out front of the radio station. Jaybird has been on the front steps. People are coming up and rolling down their passenger side window, and he's throwing a roll of toilet paper from past 6 feet away, so we're maintaining social distancing.
He's got on gloves. We sprayed all the toilet paper. It's all individually wrapped. We sprayed it with Lysol.
Yeah. Do we have any idea like how many you made versus how many you missed, Jaybird? Do we have any running stats on that?
I believe I'm at about 80% right now.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you had a hot round there last time we talked to you. It was like doink, 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 one after another.
I think I'm better with the vans. When a van walks up, my number
van walks up.
When a van walks up?
Did I say a van walks up?
You did say when a van walks up, yeah.
Bless your heart.
Oh, well, you all know what I meant.
Yes. I got you. Okay, so you're better with the vans than cars is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I see. Do you have just 3 rolls left? And I see another car rolling in right now.
We have 3 rolls left, yes.
Okay. All right. I see a car. Looks like it's just coming in right now. So that's pretty much about it. So if you're like in the neighborhood already, pull through and grab your TP. But we'll shut it down and maybe we can get more and make this a regular thing. A little TP drive-through.
I love it. I mean, giving the people what they need and not charging them for it, that is beautiful, and I fully support that.
Craziness.
We just got to make sure we find another source of TP, Virginia.
I know. This girl stole it from her work to give it to us. I don't know if I can go back to her. I think I gotta find some legit source.
Is this kind of like Robin Hood toilet paper?
Yeah, this is Robin
really?
Hood for that ass.
Okay.
It is.
From the rich behinds and give it to the poor ones, huh?
I love
Your
it.
poor behind. Okay. All right, Bird, we'll wrap it up down there, and you can come back up here. I know in a couple minutes you won't want to miss this. We are down to the championship from the Final Four on Friday of the March Fatness snack bracket. The 2 snacks that Jaybird had put together. Who is going at it for the championship? We'll tell you next.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear.
Well, as we wrap up the month of March, we're also wrapping up our March Fatness snack bracket that is going on here. Friday, we narrowed it down to just the Final Four, and today it is the championship. In just about 24 hours, we're going to know exactly who the winner is of the snack bracket. Over the weekend, we had Snickers beat out Nacho Doritos.
And if the Nacho Dorito fans are out there listening right now, you guys had a great run. Don't be so hard on yourselves because you made it to the Final Four.
Yeah, I'd say no shame for any of these snacks that are up here right now. And Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, they crushed Oreos. Double the margin, basically, on votes.
A lot of people shocked that Oreos made it to the Final Four.
Really? Okay. It did not fare well there.
When I say a lot of people, I saw one person on Twitter and one person randomly texted me about it. So that's
great results.
It's kind of a lot.
It's great results. So what you got is you got Snickers versus Reese's Peanut Butter Cups in the championship. Virginia, if you had to vote, who gets it, Snickers or the Peanut Butter Cups?
Oh, it's not even a question for me. It's absolutely the peanut butter cup.
Okay. Peanut butter
You
cup.
know how I feel about Snickers. I've publicly said they're not that great.
Okay. Jaybird?
Yesterday it was Snickers, and today it's the cup. Who knows what tomorrow will bring?
Wow. You know, here's the odd answer for me. And it would depend upon my situation as to what I chose, because I would have an answer in two different ways. I love them both. They're both favorites of mine. If you had to say, Kev, for the next 4 days, you're only going to eat one thing. You got Snickers or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. What do you choose? I go Snickers.
Definitely. Yeah, me too.
It's just a lot more to it. There's a lot more. But if I'm going for a quick run and saying, hey, Kev, you want a quick little snack? What would you rather have, a Snickers or a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? I'm going to go Peanut Butter Cup.
If you do too much of the cup, Virginia, it's going to hurt your stomach.
I don't do too much of the cup. I just don't.
But if you were quarantined in a basement for 2 weeks and you only had to eat one or the other.
I am anti-Snicker. Give me the cup.
Oh, you're going to crap yourself. You are.
Well, I was going to do that anyway.
Oh, really? She's committed herself to that.
Just for the fun of it.
Just for the smell of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, what are you doing on the weekend to pass the time? Pretty much everything is going virtual, including maybe even Disney itself. How crazy is this? Now, the park itself, if you are one of those people that always loves running over to Disney to check it out, it says that they are going to be shut down for the near future, as most places are going to. The theme parks in Anaheim and Orlando were set to reopen on Wednesday, but are now going to remain closed until further notice. I guess just trying to see exactly how things go before they do it. They have said that hourly employees of the parks will get paid through at least April 18th. So that is good news for the Disney employees, at least for now.
Yeah, that's huge. Can you imagine how many employees they have?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Oh
No, I can't. When you really start going all the way from just the most simple to...
Everybody who's there hourly, which is probably the majority, right?
Yeah.
That's
it's
crazy.
A ton of money. Now, one thing Disney has is a YouTube channel, and they dedicated it to their theme park attractions, so you can experience any ride through virtual reality. Now, the videos are a 360 interactive video of the complete attraction experience. The VR ride videos are productions of both Disneyland and Disney World, with rides like Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, the Haunted Mansion, the Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, the Epcot Center, and more.
That's fun.
Yeah, so you can go on and check out their YouTube channel and kind of, it's not like being there, but you'll at least be able to see what you would have seen had you been able to go there.
Sometimes those videos of riding the roller coaster are actually very cool. You really get the sensation like you're on the roller coaster.
There's ways to do it to make the experience a little bit more real, for sure.
I'm sure Disney did it right.
I mean, even with that virtual, the stuff that Denny's got, when you play those video games, I know that I and his wife have the same reaction. We get dizzy and nauseous quickly.
Yeah, right.
It's weird. There was this one, we're walking around in this weird, star jungle. All these stars are out. I'm thinking, this is so cool. Within 3 minutes, I had to take it off. I felt like I was about to throw up.
Yeah.
If you have vertigo, it's not great for you.
It's tough. So if you want to get your Disney fix, you can just go to the YouTube channel and you can find some stuff there that might work for you. One thing we did and just tried out for the first time, we did hashtag KVJ quarantine and showed you some of the stuff that we were doing indoors. Virginia did everything from a pasta challenge where she tried 3 different types of pasta and did kind of a blind taste test with her family to see which kind they like best. And I think, I don't want to give the spoiler away, Virginia.
Yeah, don't ruin
Sorry.
it, Kevin.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I almost gave away the cliffhanger.
Tens of people in my family would be sad.
Yeah, you're right. I can't do that. You also did the Sinicki family game night and got to hear a couple F-bombs from Rocco.
It was colorful.
My favorite is not my favorite. I feel bad for your daughter Magnolia because I too, like her, read the comments and there was some pretty harsh stuff in there that she should not have been reading.
I told her don't read the comments, but she became obsessed with it because she reads all the comments.
That's what happens, Mags. It's not all just good.
She never even knew about Facebook Live because none of the kids have Facebook. Facebook's for old people.
Oh, and it's real time, and they are
She's
just
like, what?
They're gonna react to what they see. There was a few fights that started.
I saw that. You just can't get involved.
Jaybird and Denny's were playing some video games. You guys did, and the cool thing about that is we want to get to the point where if you play video games, we can invite people in to play members of the KVJ show in various games, and then we'll be able to stream them up on the KVJ show YouTube channel.
I love it.
And you can go and watch and see as you do a one-on-one battle. My son Ken is asking for a crack at playing a little bit of Madden, which is the NFL game that they have. And so I was just kind of like sitting down last night watching him. And he's like, I really want to play one of your listeners. I'm like, maybe we can work to that next weekend. We'll see. But I'm like, I want to make sure you're good, too. So I sat down and watched him. He was getting his butt whooped every time he was playing. I'm like, are you sure you're good?
Okay, can I play him? Because Denny's beat my ass the entire week. I need to win. I would love to destroy your kid.
I think, yeah. And so we're going to do a round of Beat My Kid with Cannon taking you on. So, Jaybird, I think you get the first crack at Cannon.
Cannon, if you are listening, I'm coming, and I'm bringing hell with me.
Yeah, so I want to get this set up where we'll try to figure out how to do that and set up the whole thing. But we're going to be doing a lot more video games, KVJ gaming stuff we're going to be doing. I'll probably get a camera going. We've been playing a lot of 21, and I am terrible. I finish in last place every time.
Question.
Yeah.
Is 21 like blackjack?
Yeah, it is.
No, it is a different game. It's a little bit more complex.
No, it's not. See?
It's the same?
No, the way we play 21, it's different. Yeah, it's a game, and it's complex. Like, I wouldn't even want to try to explain it now. But
did you make it up yourself?
I don't know where it came from. It was something that my father-in-law brought into the house, and everybody would always play it, and I would just kind of sit to the side and whatever, and they kind of drugged me into it. And I started playing, and I'm kind of just starting to get it, but I'm still terrible at
it. your Facebook video, we're talking Virginia is starting another fight right now in our KVJ YouTube chat room.
Oh, no, is it?
People are fighting about your video on Facebook Live.
I love it. Look, I have a polarizing family. I get it.
There's one woman in here that does not like you. Oh, man.
One?
Do you want me to go? You want me to get involved?
No, she ain't worth it.
I think it's fun.
People in the chat room wanted us to mention Tiger King, which is getting... Now, here's the thing. It is getting so much hype. So much hype. And my question is it worth the hype?
Yes.
Or is it just a good show? Is it okay?
You have to love people making ridiculous asses of themselves. And if you do love that, you're going to love this. If you get easily annoyed by lower cultured people, then you're not going to be into this.
It's a fascinating story. And the cool thing about this was cameras were constantly rolling. So you had so much footage of this whole story. It's really fascinating. I went into it like you, thinking there's so much hype.
And they started this years ago.
Yeah.
This has been going on for years, all of this.
It's like a documentary before. You ever see it when someone's filming a documentary, then all of a sudden, a quarter way through, it changes into a different documentary? That's pretty much what was going down.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
It started out as being one thing, and now, Carol is trying to come after the producers, saying they made her look bad, and the whole vibe of the movie changed, and the people that produced it are like, look, lady, we just sat back and we videoed you, and you guys did all the entertainment. We didn't write any of this. We didn't script any of it. If you don't like the way that it came out, it's because you played it wrong.
Yeah.
This is your life.
Well, if you don't know anything about it and haven't heard, it's the #1 show right now on Netflix. And the thing that's kind of interesting to me, especially here in South Florida, we've got a lot of exotic animal owners. Remember we had that tiger escape here?
Sure.
Bobo the tiger.
Rest in peace, Bobo.
And the guy who's the main character in this, the Tiger King, Joe Exotic, he actually apparently started at Lion Country Safari in West
His
Palm.
neighbor, was one of the head guys at Lion Country Safari back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's how he got introduced into that whole world of exotic animals.
Rachel Lee K in the chat room says, Tiger King is junk, mindless TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
It totally is junk.
Yeah, but people got time for mindless TV right now.
But it's a fascinating story because there's like murder involved. Like there's some cool.
There's twists you didn't see coming. There is craziness.
But you brought up the point earlier. I think they could have probably knocked off one of the episodes. It gets a little making the murderish towards the very end. I think you could have probably
Towards the end.
You could have locked that up in 6 episodes.
I got 3 more episodes to go, and I kind of know what happens, and I feel like it doesn't need 3 episodes to get to what I know.
There are still nuggets that you will appreciate.
Okay.
But yeah, it could have been edited a little tighter.
Well, what I find interesting is the statement was made, I think, in the first episode, that pretty much anybody of these big cat people, they're all kind of like a little bit off. And everybody they have in this documentary is like that. And they've got a couple other South Florida ties. There's a McCarthy's Wildlife Sanctuary that's in West Palm Beach that's showcased. And there's another wildlife keeper in Miami who is a convicted drug dealer that he's got his own little preserve there. And it's like, you can't get in, and it's...
He seems like a bona fide badass. I would not mess with that guy.
Yeah.
He seems scary.
Yeah, so there's a lot. There's definitely a lot of characters in this thing.
And it's not like it's not like a script. It's not like a movie. This is real life. That's what's so fascinating to me. These people really live like this.
Yeah, and somebody sent in a message, text us earlier, and they said, do you think the Tiger King was set up? Just FYI, the guy that they show in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, his place was razed after the show was filmed. So what, they tore down all those houses that he had there, or they got rid of his...
I don't know. Tiger King didn't seem like the most upstanding person. I'm not sure if...
I don't know.
The guy in Myrtle Beach, yeah, his place.
That guy, I thought he had been in business for a while.
He had like 30 years.
But did he move locations? Maybe he just moved locations.
Yeah, you're going to have to do a Tiger King, where are they now?
Oh, I've delved deep into the Google.
That's what happens when I watch a documentary. I start Googling. Sometimes I'll have to pause the documentary and start researching it just because my mind will start to wander a bit.
Go see the interviews that the producers did like in the past week. Fascinating stuff. What they have to say about, they talk about, because they reached out to Joe Exotic right now and asked him how he feels about being famous. And they did this whole thing with him. Like, it's fascinating.
Yeah. Okay. Well, a lot of people were talking about it, and there is definitely some South Florida ties in it. So if you got Netflix, it's called The Tiger King.
Looking for what's going on in South Florida? Sign up for our KVJ e-blast and stay connected.
Okay. Virginia just gave me a big bombshell to look forward to at the last couple episodes of Tiger King on Netflix.
Yeah, it had me with my mouth wide open, like, oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah.
There's some stuff that you haven't seen yet that you are not going to believe.
Somebody sent a text that I listened to a podcast about some of the behind the scenes and heard that one of the producers were several years in when they finally realized that they had here. Little things they did for added effect. The day of the final taped interview of Joe Exotic's first husband, they paid him $20 to do all of it shirtless. That's why all of his interviews are shirtless. Last minute decision on a whim. It cost him $20.
And he wanted to be shirtless because he was proud of his tattoos. They talked about that a lot. He didn't mind because he wanted his tattoos to be on display.
Okay. All right. So there was something to it. Okay. Interesting. Somebody said we went to the zoological wildlife in Miami. The one I was talking about, the former drug dealer that runs that. You can pay to get in and pay extra to play with the baby tigers.
Is that the dude that it was based on Scarface?
Yeah, I think somebody in the chat room said that.
They hinted at that or said that. They said that in the Tiger King.
That he was the inspiration for the movie Scarface.
They said that he was linked to possibly being the inspiration for Scarface.
And then he ratted off 9 different facts about him and Scarface that were kind of similar.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty close.
He was I guess, witness to a murder where they...
Yes.
Yeah. And he's trying to say that he
said,
had no part in it.
I was there, but I didn't do it. But
what can I do? What can I do?
I saw him do it.
What's a guy to do? I was holding him down. What's the guy to do?
My knee was on his neck, but I didn't kill him.
It was my sword, but what am I supposed to do?
Somebody said this is pretty much the best way to sum up Tiger King if you haven't seen it yet on Netflix. The Tiger King has everything: tigers, lions, murder, a gay redneck throuple. That means 3 people, yes. A one-armed lesbian, alligator arson, mullets, pizza made from expired Walmart meat, a zoo-based sex cult, a crazy cat lady, and country songs about tigers and gay love.
The songs might have been my favorite part of the documentary. That one, that Here Kitty Kitty song is amazing.
The songs are unbelievable. I mean, just like everything is... You still have quite a bit of unbelievable. If you've only got halfway through it, you will still have nuggets that you'll be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Klepto from the Snack Pack, they know one of the guys in the documentary. He was a guitarist for one of their songs when they were Sick for Brains, their other band. Yeah, he's in the documentary. Of course they know one of them.
Yeah, it looks like you ever see those, like, just the Florida Man photos.
Yes.
Pretty much everybody in Tiger King looks like they belong in on that.
I mean, Florida must have had this terrible reputation because when I was playing baseball in college back in the mid-'90s, they were like, oh, man, Florida, y'all crazy down there, man. What the hell? Y'all do crack, don't you? I'm like, no, I've never done crack. So we must have been...
I believe meth was prominently used by a lot of the Tiger King people.
Was it the teeth that gave it away?
They talked about it.
They do. It's called meth mouth.
They talk,
it's a real thing.
They actually say that, there was a lot of meth consumption. And I think Joe Exotic's drug was coke.
There's a lot of teeth issues.
But the other guys were meth.
Yeah, they could use a dentist.
Could you imagine that guy, Joe Exotic, so high on cocaine, coming at you with ideas and just talking
When he
to
always
you?
has a gun on him.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, that's what he would do every morning with his employees. Have these crazy freaking meetings
Coke
where
meetings.
he's screaming at people, firing them on the spot. You're like, holy crap!
It's insane.
I don't know if you've ever worked with like somebody that's doing coke constantly. It's intense.
Well, that's what you get. Yeah.
I worked with somebody like that a long time ago, and they were always just sweating and yelling.
I could not deal.
Also, checked Ozark over the weekend, season 3. A lot of people talking about that. That's trending. I had great things to say about that. I would rate that as an A personally. I would say that season 1 was an A, season 3 was an A, and season 2 B to B minus.
Okay.
Is where I would put them all.
Okay.
Maybe C plus. Tops.
Maybe I'll do that next weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Here we go. Another day. A new reality going on here.
Different world.
It is a different world. That's why you just got to kind of keep your head up. You got to keep going. You got to, just look for the light things in life, Virginia.
The positivity.
The bright side of life, as that song was saying the other day. So there you go. Let me see. Stephanie from Pompano gave us a quick little sound off on some of the shows going around. She said, I watched the 3rd season of Ozark this weekend, and holy bleep and bleep. Kevin, did you watch? I did not see the first 2 seasons, but didn't need to necessarily. Okay, that's interesting. She skipped right to 3 and ran with that.
I would not like watching a series that way.
Yeah, I don't know. She said, I also watched Tiger King. It wasn't as suspenseful as I thought it would be. Bird, did you watch? If so, what did you think? A lot of sad and crazy AF moments. Yes, that pretty much was it.
I did feel weird a lot watching it.
Yes. So there you go. She said that during my quarantine, my 5-year-old called me Boomer. I'm 34. I asked him what Boomer meant, and he said something old. He also told my other son that if he didn't play Fortnite with him, that he was going to become a police officer and arrest him. That's been my life in a nutshell.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I work at a construction. Yeah,
that's
right.
funny, and your children are sweet. Want to switch?
And he said, I work at a construction company where we are not, quote, unquote, essential, but still need to work. The guys start drinking rum at about 1 p.m. That sounds safe on a construction site.
Yeah, they're not shutting down construction.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that will continue. So it's kind of weird to think about that, but construction continues for now.
Yeah, this is crazy stuff going on. All right, we got the After the Show podcast. It's going to be coming up. We got a lot of stuff on our YouTube channel now. We're cranking out more stuff there than ever before. A lot of stuff during the weekend with what we're doing with quarantines, to playing video games with you, to new music videos. Make sure you go there, subscribe, click the little bell that is in the bottom right-hand corner right next to the subscribe button, and you'll get alerts whenever we go live and do stuff.
We're supposed to do a Snack Pack live podcast this week, so hopefully that's going to happen.
Okay.
The boys they're clean.
Okay.
All right, so some good stuff to go and check out.
Oh, I didn't say it'd be good.
Stuff to check out.
Stuff.
So we'll go live with the After the Show podcast on our YouTube channel in just about 15, 20 minutes tops. Jay Bird, before we get to that, though, if you would wrap it up here today with a thought for the day.
Not every friend request is a friend request. Some are just surveillance cameras.
Oh, yeah, they're just spying on you.
Did you miss a segment from the KVJ Show? Find it on kvjshow.com